Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob.
I'm Mel.
And we're here to play some Horrified. It's that time of the year again. So our 3 year in a row now tradition of playing Horrified around Halloween. We're here in 2021 playing it again. Do I want to play it again? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But yeah, so here we are. Difference from last year is we're only playing at 2-player this time. Difference from last year's stream, I went back and looked. We're playing the other 3 monsters we didn't play with last time. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Last time we had Patreons vote on the monsters, and we ended up last time having Dracula, the creature from the Blue Lagoon or whatever, and Frankenstein and the Bride. So today we're playing with the Mummy, the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man. So that just made it easy. I figured, like, yeah, let's just show the different ones so that way somebody could watch both streams and get the idea how they all work. I don't know, it just makes sense. But we have other streams that we played the year before when the game came out. When we got this game at Gen Con 2019 early and we played it and we're super excited. Then we played it again at Halloween. And now it's become like a Halloween staple. And yes, I should put a counter on the screen for how many times someone's going to come in the stream and say, have you played the American Monsters version? Have you played the new 2021 version of this game? And my answer will be the same. I looked into it. It seems like it's different-ish. The monsters feel a little different because they're different monsters. They have different ways of beating them. But overall, the mechanics are still the same. The components are a little different. There's some negatives. There's some positives. Yeah, if you love the game, maybe you want 2 copies in your collection that are slightly different. But supposedly this one is better for families. It's a better entry point. It's greatly replayable in my opinion, especially if I only play it like twice a year.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I don't need a second game that's going to sit on my shelf. Then what? I play this one never, and I play that one once or twice a year. You know, so I just don't personally need it. But maybe I'll get the American Monsters one in the future to try it out. But yeah, I don't have it. I do not have a desire to get it. I did research it. If you already own the first one and you've played a ton of it and you love it and you want more, get the other one. Play more of it, have a little spice, have some different options on game night, have the game group vote on which one they want to play when you play it. But if you only play it like once or twice a year, you've already played the original and you're like, yeah, I played it like, you know, a handful of times and I understand it, I got enough, and you moved on. There's no reason to go back and get the other one, it seems. It's just more of the same kind of. But supposedly, some comments I saw online on BGG said that the Horrified American Monsters, they kind of designed some expandability to it, it seems, so it's more expandable. So I don't know if they'll come up with expansions to it and add to it. I don't know if that's the plan, but supposedly this one's the better one to get, though, if you're like, you know, family weight gaming, you're trying to introduce some of these kind of games, you grab this one first. And it reminds me of the same kind of comments and conversations I would see back when King of Tokyo was the hotness. And everyone loved King of Tokyo. Great gateway game. I got a lot of people playing board games with that game. And then they came out with King of New York, right? King of New York, where they add a little more gamification to it and made it a little more complex, a little more, you know, appealing to the gamers in the hobby already. But then it didn't do as well. And it's not the one people recommend. And it's, yeah, it is cool, but it's different, but everyone just still recommended the first one. And then obviously the company reprinted the first King of Tokyo and made it all pretty because it's like an evergreen game. People keep buying it, keeps showing up on lists. And yeah, so the American Monster ones kind of reminds me of that. It's like they kind of changed it a bit. But will it be the one that everyone talks about in the future, or will it just get forgotten and everyone will just want the original? I don't know. Oh yeah, King of Tokyo Dark Edition. Yeah, I saw that. King of New York is a much better game. Yes, Bob. I agree as a gamer. Yeah. It's a better game. But it is not a better game in the fact that it did not bring hundreds of thousands of people into the hobby and will continue to do so. Everyone that plays that with kids and grandparents and non-gamers, like, it's not a better game in that respect. But it is a better game in respect of coming from a board gamer who has tons of games on a Kalak shelf, you know? It's like, yeah, I'd rather play King of New York every day of the week. But if I can get a whole bunch of family members to play games and start buying games and getting into the hobby and expand the hobby, King of New York, throw in the trash. You don't need it. It'll never do that. You need King of Tokyo. King of Tokyo, the original. Not the greatest game, but it's like does very well at what it does. Very thematic, you know, kind of popcorn, beer and pretzels kind of game. So fun. So
Which
fun
we have
still.
played over the holidays,
Yeah.
like with my parents and that.
Yeah. It's definitely a way better entry-level game, which is what I'm talking about here, as compared to the Horrified. I see the same comments where they're saying the first one is still the better entry-level game, still the better one to introduce first. But once you play that first one, you kind of want something else to choose, but you still love Horrified so much. You get American Monsters, you put them both on the table, and you decide which one you're playing that night. But I don't need to pick up my shelf with more games of this weight. That's how I'm looking at it. I'd rather have games that are different from each other. So if I'm going to add another family weight game like Horrified to my shelf, I want it to feel different than just buying another Horrified, which is pretty much what it does.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know if the licensing on the original Horrified 2, since it's like, it's an IP, like they paid for that licensed property of the Universal Monsters. Maybe that was like a 1-year thing or a 2-year thing, and I don't know if it's still even in print. And then they maybe went to the American Monsters and, you know, got that licensed, and they're doing that for a couple of years, and maybe they'll do a third Horrified later with different, you know, different IP on it or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if both are in print. I have no idea. I have not looked. I have not cared to look, but maybe that's something to do with it. Maybe they were like, hey, they only had the license for so long. But I doubt that. I doubt that. Or maybe sales of this one started to drip off, and they're like, we want to sell the same game to the same gamers again, which, you know, a lot of companies like doing. So that's why I'm mainly staying away from it. It's like, oh, it's too similar to the original. I'm not falling for that trick. Just because the first one's so good doesn't mean you need a second one on your shelf. But anyways, that's how I feel. But we'll see. I might play in the future. I might get it on the channel, take a look at it, maybe next Halloween or something. You know, we'll play both of them back to back, and then, you know, try them out, compare them, whatever. But anyways, I'm not that excited to do that. So BitJam says the original Horrified's on Amazon for US $18.
Oh, well.
Is it a counterfeit though?
Like...
Roll the dice on Amazon US to see which board game you get, the real or the counterfeit. Whee! Especially that game. Yeah, I could see that game being counterfeited hard. Yeah, be careful. Be careful who's shipping that to you. It may be on Amazon, but maybe come from a third-party seller. Woo, good luck. All right. I am happy to hear that your niece kicks your butt in King of New York, Bob. That's awesome. That makes me feel good inside.
That's awesome.
In more ways than one. All right. Let's see. Yes, Brian. So Brian just found my weakness. Brian S in the chat says, wouldn't a Horrified with Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Candyman, etc. be really cool? Yeah, unfortunately, I would buy that instantly. That would be the IP on a Horrified. That would I would just grab it. Now the problem is, it's not all one company owns all those IPs, but we have seen those IPs mixed together in before. Maybe not all of them together, but yeah, maybe they could work something out. But that's like a licensing nightmare, and that's like way too many hands in the pot getting a cut for a little board game. So that might be hard to like license. That might be a pain. But man, if they did it, yeah, that would sell pretty good, right? Because you would be hitting all the fans of all those different IPs. That would be really cool. Yeah, I would want a Jason mini and a Michael Myers mini on the board. Freddy. Oh man, yes, please. Yes, please. But again, last year we played. If you're looking for a Friday the 13th themed board game, I don't know. I don't know them all, but my favorite still is Last Friday. After playing it again last year, it was super fun.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, if you're looking for a hidden movement, Jason kind of game, it's not Friday the 13th licensed, but it's super fun. Last Friday.
Yeah, it's very fun.
You could probably find that game so cheap. I don't think it was that popular, but it's still a really good game. I know they've done other Friday the 13th games since. And there's another horror game, that whole, the one that's the solo only, that's like the police one I played. What's that other one? Final Girl? Final Girl? I was hoping to be playing that for this Halloween, but I don't think that's out yet or came out at all. But looking forward to trying that one eventually. There are fan-made monster stats for Freddy, Jason, Chucky, and Michael Myers on BGG. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Like the fans over on BoardGameGeek.com, man, the variants and the things, the fan-made expansions they make for games and stuff, fascinates me, blows my mind. I love it. I love it. Billy says, I like the Terrified someone made with Ghostface, Pennywise, Leatherface, and such.
Oh.
That's cool.
Wow.
Thomas says, I like what I've played of American Monsters. I played enough of the original Horrified that I wanted more. And
That makes sense.
That's what I read.
That
I read
makes
that
sense.
too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If my vibe from reading a bunch of comments and reviews and posts and stuff, I was Googling it before and was reading it this morning. Because now people have had time to play it, right? So that's exactly, if anyone's played in the chat, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you own the original? Did you just buy the second one? Have you played both? What do you think? I've heard it's different enough to own it if you really love the first one. But to me, it's like, I've played the first one, I don't know, this one we're about to play today, 10, 15 times. I don't know.
Yeah, because we played it multiple times off camera as well.
Yeah, but the fact that I take a year between playing it, it keeps it fresh to me. I have fun. I pull it out. I play it like twice with a couple different groups at Halloween time. Perfect game for that. It'll probably be in my collection for many years, and it just does the job.
Mm-hmm.
Will I get, if I get American Monsters, what do I do then? Do I pull that out and just start playing that and never go back to this one? Do I pull it out? Do I have to carry both to game night and then say, choose one? You know,
or play
every
both? Year? I don't know.
Yeah, or play both. Play one once, play one the other every Halloween. But like, is that worth it? Taking up the extra shelf space on my shelf? I don't know. That's just me. But, you know, everyone's different. Like I said, if you have a game group or yourself where you just love playing this game and you just want more and you just love it, get the other one, of course. It's like buying, you know, 6 more monsters, whatever. And it's supposedly just different enough that it you know, it feels like a slightly, like a standalone expansion kind of thing, I think. That's what I get from it, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Thomas, thank you. Thank you so much for the feedback, Thomas, and your thoughts there. The monsters in American Monsters says are more niche, while Universal is more widely accessible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Universal Monsters. That's not true with American cryptids. Yeah, I saw the one review on BG. Someone was saying that was part of the fun, though, getting it and then going and researching the monsters. So they didn't know anything about it. So it was part of the fun of like trying to figure out the theme, like I do with some of the IPs I get into. I'm like, I don't really know this IP. The game's cool. Now I got to go find a way to learn about the IP. So do I like, you know, listen to audiobooks? Do I go read some? Do I go watch a movie, a show, like go find a comic book, you know, play another game? Sometimes there's all these different ways to get in the IP. So researching on the internet, finding about the American monsters might be enjoyable to some people, you know, and then it's just a reason to learn about them and then, you know, play with them in the game. And thank you, Bob Kovalchik, for subscribing earlier, I think before we started there, or right when we started. I just saw that notification again, but thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Brian W says, Rob, you and Mel have to do this in fancy dress on the 31st as Frankenstein's monster and the bride of Frankenstein. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could wear like makeup and yeah.
No, I don't think
I think I make a pretty good Frankenstein's monster. I think so.
If we can just do some with some
square enough head, but I think my head's a little too round, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know if we can stream on Halloween this year. We have other plans right now. I just don't know if we'll have time to stream before them, but we'll see. Our little niece is getting older, and her birthday is around Halloween, so we celebrate like on Halloween, and then also go out like trick or treating with her and stuff. And it's super fun to watch her get all excited at Halloween and for her birthday all the same day. So
yeah,
we'll see. Getting older now, so we have to go hang out there longer, which is fun. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Robbie wouldn't need much makeup. That is true.
You could probably do something with the lighting.
Oh,
or the,
I can turn the white balance.
Yeah, you can change the color of us.
We can lose all the color in our skin, no problem. I can even make us look like ghosts and everything. Like, yeah, I could do some cool stuff with video effects for sure. Rob needs to dress as an elf or a gearlock. No.
We did that already.
Did that already. Been there, done that.
Yep, we've done that already.
Just the bolts in the neck and you're done. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
So Horrified. I did look at last year's stream for fun, and I watched the start of the stream. Funny note, it was 219.
Oh.
Overall, I think last year was the number. Here we are a year later. It's at 162 ranked overall amongst all the board games.
Wow.
All the board games, 162. 7.8 rated. Don't care about the rating number, but the fact it's gone up that high, pretty cool. Pretty cool. In the top 200 games. The weight, 2.03. This is not a complex game at all. If you're looking, you have a family that's into like, you know, Halloween time, want to play board games, have some family over, buy this game. Buy this game. And you'll be able to play with non-gamers, no problem. You can teach them, they'll be playing in like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It takes less than an hour to play usually. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So good for that. And that's why I have fun with it. Every time I play it, I have memories of like the first time I played it with certain players and got certain people to play it. And yeah, I get asked about playing it by some of these players too. So it was definitely worth the grab at Gen Con early and everything. That was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Can't say that about every game we get at Gen Con though. So yeah, we're a little more careful now, but yeah. But this game, we bought it blind without playing it, just based on buzz.
Yep.
And yeah, the designed by so far the awesome people at Prospero Hall, the designing team over there. It's like Prospero Hall is like a studio just full of different board game designers all working together, making games for different publishers under different IPs and stuff. They come up with tons of stuff. They just pump out the games. But they've made some awesome games over the years and some good medium to lightweight games. So if you find Prospero Hall, yeah, they take it serious there. They're like, it's not just one designer playtesting it with their wife in their kitchen and then sending it off to a publisher who just prints it and sends it. They have a whole like studio with like tons of designers. And we could probably see that here. So yeah, talk to some of them over there, and yeah, they do a good job. So you can see here like all the different IPs they get a hold of, the villainous games everyone knows. What else they design here? The Harry Potter deck building games and stuff. That's all Prospero Hall. Jaws was super popular. The Back to the Future games. What else you got? I don't know what all these Goonies. The new Goonies game is by them. So like you'll find games all by different publishers, but these guys will be behind it.
Fast and Furious.
So the team, yeah. So here you go. It's like a full set. It like fascinates me. It's such a smart way to approach the industry instead of just like, you know, publishers are usually getting pitched by like designers, like one-off designers who play test with like their kids or their friends, and then they think they have something great. They bring it to a publisher. A publisher says yay or nay. Sometimes a publisher takes it on and offers resources to like play test and make the game great. But when it's coming from here, I have more faith in it because like, look at the team. Like these people are all behind pumping out like quality games. So they might not be the craziest, flashiest, hugest Kickstarter productions, but sometimes those Kickstarter huge productions, they spend way more money on marketing and components than they do on the actual design, testing, you know, and process of the game underneath the hood. But I like what these guys are doing here.
It's
kind of like the Fantasy Flight way of doing it, sort of. Fantasy Flight, multiple departments, you know. These guys like treat it that way, except for they're doing it for all different publishers, in my understanding. So you'll find like Ravensburger and other companies will have games that you won't know it's Prospero Hall until you look closely. But yeah, these guys supposedly pump out some decent stuff. So if you're looking for some family weight games, you'll find a lot of their games now on big box store shelves, like Target and that kind of stuff. They're going for the more mass market, grab a nostalgic IP, design a cool game that's not just junk. Because you guys know, video gaming, board gaming, card gaming, all that stuff over the years, whenever an IP is slapped on it, it's usually trash because they spent all their budget on securing the IP, no budget on manufacturing the game. They have to make it the same price as every other board game, so it's a smaller profit cut. So usually they spend less money on making a great game, instead on making great packaging and marketing. So these guys are doing a good job of making decent to great games with IPs attached. They're doing it right. They're doing it right, in my opinion. From what I've played, the reviews I've seen, the game rankings, the other people's thoughts on these games and stuff. Yeah, so that's who they are, Prospero Hall. Not a lot of people realize this is who's behind it, a lot of these games, but because usually it's just the publishers on the box, that kind of stuff. But when it says Prospero Hall, it's like a team behind it, which is kind of cool. Like a full company of designers, which is cool. I thought that was neat. Anyways, there you go. That's why you're liking some of their games, and they're getting talked about because yeah, that's what they do. So I don't know if we can actually click here and see linked games. I'm just curious. So Back to the Future, who's publishing this one? Funko Games. So see, Funko Games is a publisher. It's really, I think it's still part of the same company actually, but Prospero Hall is the designer behind it. So like I said, different publishers, you know, you might see these games come out with IPs and you're like, oh, another silly IP game. But take a look, if it's got Prospero Hall on it, they have a different standard of pumping these games out. So even though they're on a Walmart shelf, my whole critique of like, I always say this $20 junk you find on a Walmart shelf is like the board games that are bad to have people's experience in the hobby. You need them to get past that. But now more of these games are sneaking their way onto shelves by hardcore board gamers that are designing these, and they're getting onto shelves at big box stores. And these are hopefully some of people's first experiences. Not Monopoly, not Clue, not the Game of Life, not Pop-O-Matic, or you know, whatever crappy games like you know, SpongeBob SquarePants, the card game, whatever crap that's on you know, the shelves. My Little Pony, Candyland, or whatever. You know, hopefully people are playing these games now, and you know, they actually get a game designed by board gamers, and then maybe they try these out, then they try another one, then they're on Board Game Geek, then they're trying out real good games or checking rankings, you know, and then we got them, right?
Yeah, then they walk into a board game store.
Yeah, then they're going to the local board game store. Yep. They go, where can I get more games like this, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool. I think it's cool what they're doing. So yeah, for those that don't know, I just thought it's good to kind of, and I'm not saying all their games are great. I've not played all these games. Some of them might be not great, but I like in general what they started doing. Bob Ross, The Art of Chill, who's published in this? Big G Creative, but it's the designer, Prospero Hall, which is like, you know, the same department, you know, the same group of people all worked on that. Oh, Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger. That was a Prospero Hall. I did not know that. But it's published by Z-Man Games. See? So Prospero Hall is what you're looking for. Not just one person. It's not just like, oh, Prospero Hall, that's some foreign designer's name, some fancy, you know, stage name for one person or something, you know, or entertainer name or whatever you call that. Yeah, it's like a whole company behind it. But there's all the Villainous games. People love these. I've never played them, but these are so popular. People love Disney Villainous.
It makes me want to try it, right? Just to try it, to see what the buzz is about. But yeah.
And the Funkoverse stuff that we played.
Yeah, we've played
That's all Prospero Hall.
Yeah. Those are fun games.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're looking for family weight games, please don't buy Monopoly. Please don't buy another copy of some IP Monopoly. You know, go buy some of these cool games. Yes, of course. Best expansion ever for Funkoverse. Oh yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is cool. I don't know. So yeah, you might not know this. Hopefully I taught somebody something here and helped someone out and not buy, you know, bad games. But yeah, the Goonies game. Who's publishing this one? Funko Games. Yeah.
Is that already out?
I don't know.
2021. I mean, it might be by now.
Hey, you guys in the chat. Do you know if it's out yet?
Groundhog Day?
No way. Bill Murray know about this? See, I'm a sucker. I know. I buy this.
But the weight is very, very, very low on that one.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, it's just like a
card game, but it's like, yeah, you got to break the loop.
Oh, but yeah, just for nostalgia.
But to see what I'm saying though, at least it's a game that will be.
Clock. It has the clock.
At least the game is made by, like, you know, gamers. So even though if it's scaled down, it's still gonna be like quality. You know, like, you know. So when somebody plays this, they're like, they don't feel ripped off. You know, and then they might go into the next game. You know, maybe there's an advertisement in there that leads them to go check out. Yeah, it's Funko Games, Prospero Hall. Yeah, maybe there's something in here that gets you to the website of Funko Games, and then boom, you try another game, and then try another game. Then you start looking up the designers, and you're like, wait, they make this game, and then you're on BGG, and then boom.
So Brian says we would love Marvel Villainous. Okay, and Thomas also says, yes, Goonies is out, saw it at Target last time I was there. Awesome. That's awesome.
That's cool.
We don't have a Target here, so some of those we miss.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe I could reach out to our friend at Prospero Hall. Maybe we can get some stuff. But I just didn't think, like, a lot of these games I don't feel are like for my audience. Like, I would love to try them. I play them like once or twice. I play them with family. But I feel like my channel isn't like these kind of games. And you know, like other channels focus on more lighter weight games, and that's where people go for that stuff. So I feel it's like not good for my audience. Like, doesn't, I know this from whenever I play a silly game, I'll look at the stats later and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I had fun playing it. I think it's good to mix up your collection with different level of complexity games to play with different gamers, different game groups, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just like no one's clicking on it on my channel. None of my subscribers are looking through play like hardcore LCGs or like, ooh, what's Groundhog Day?
Yeah,
Let me
no.
watch Rob play this for 20 minutes.
No, but
After a 1 hour intro, of course.
But Drew does say definitely try Back to the Future, Back in Time as well.
Is it
Super
good?
fun.
Is it good?
And Andy's here. Hello all. What did I miss? We're just chatting.
Yeah, I probably
You haven't missed anything yet.
Yeah. We're just talking about
Home Alone.
We're talking about the designer studio behind Horrified, Prospero Hall. We're just looking up some of their games. The Home Alone game.
But Dan does say, hey, Andy, Rob is trying to sell us crappy games. No, we're not selling you anything. We're just learning here.
No, not
I didn't even know some of these games existed.
We're just
Home
browsing.
Alone?
We're just browsing. We're just browsing.
Yeah, we're just
But this
looking.
game I knew was super popular.
This,
and
I've heard.
I see this on the shelf at Walmart and stuff.
Yeah.
But this one was supposed to be reviewed really well. I do want this game.
Yeah, I've heard good things about this game as well.
Yeah.
The Home Alone one, I kind of want just for nostalgia reasons that we just
that
play
one,
on Christmas.
I think I looked into that one before. It's kind of garbage.
Oh, okay.
But now Kenny G. Kenny G keeping it sexy game.
Oh
Now,
my
I don't know.
God.
It's got a 6.1 rating, so maybe this one's kind of crap.
Yeah,
This
probably.
one I feel they didn't put the effort into. But they have a few good games that are made with IPs. You wouldn't expect the games to be good just based on like, oh, it's a board game with the IP on it sitting on a shelf at Walmart. Probably crap. But some of these are good, like Villainous and the Jaws game.
Yeah,
Horrified.
Bob says too, Jaws game is really good. Basically the story of the Jaws film.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to get Jaws. I want to have it in my collection. Whether I stream it or not in the future is different. But I do want to get it to play with the gamers I would be playing Horrified with that we don't play with on the channel and stuff.
This as well I've seen around.
Yeah, this I've heard's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
This one's not bad. But the Pan Am one by Funko Games, that's that's like a
Okay.
weird IP. Like why did you reach out to Pan Am and get that IP? I feel like Pan Am is like a airline that like went out of business or something like many years ago or something.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. Okay. Oh, they made this Ramen Fury one that I
Oh, we see that all the time in our local game store.
It's gonna stands out on the shelf. It's genius. Like you see like all these little card games and deck builders and stuff, and then you see like a package that looks like it should be in a grocery store.
Yeah.
On the same shelf, it just sticks out. You're like, why does someone put food here?
It reminds me as well of like the Blockbuster game that comes in the Blockbuster case.
Yes, that stands out on a shelf.
Yeah.
It's genius. It's like great for catching someone's eye in a store. The Shining.
Oh, I've recently watched that.
Yeah, but
last
Halloween I made you watch it. But this this rating doesn't tell me it's any good.
Oh, Dan says every April 1st you should stream one of those games.
I have other games, Dan. I have games that I've bought to do joke streams with, and I just have never built up the guts to do it, or taken the time. Because it's like I have to spend the same time setting up the stream and getting everything ready, all the hours, and putting effort into learning it, playing it, getting stream scenes and all that set up. And it's like, I could put that effort into a game I really want to play, or a game for a couple chuckles, and then people click away. So it's like, and I don't want to really play. But I do have a few games that we'll play in the future for fun. That maybe I'll like, I don't know. But they're definitely for jokes. Which some of these are coming across in my mind as like, I should put these on a list because it'd be super hilarious. But that is a great idea. April Fool's Prospero Holiday.
Some of these, though, may not be, like you said, they're not gamer games. They're not necessarily for us, but some of these are probably great to play with your kids.
Like Toy Story Obstacles and Adventures?
Yeah, like...
Or Trapper Keeper the game?
Oh my God.
Whoa. Were you a kid in the 1980s and wanted the coolest binder and saw the coolest commercials and your parents didn't want to pay for it because it was like the price of 7 binders? You could get Trapper Keeper the game. What is going on here? Like, why? How would they even think of getting this license? And like, who? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, you get a phone call one day and there's some guy who's like 60 sitting in a basement somewhere of some little rundown house, and they were the guy who owned the company Trapper Keeper. It's like out of business, it's gone. And then they get a phone call one day, like, hi, we're Prospero Hall. We're designing board games. Would we be able to get your license to use Trapper Keeper on a board game? And they'd be like, no one's called me in 30 years about this. I ought to call my lawyer. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
What is happening?
We're going down a crazy rabbit hole here.
Someone did research and went, oh, what is the age of most hardcore board gamers? And they went, what did they have when they were kids? And they went and grabbed all the licenses, and like Trapper Keeper somehow got in there.
However, though, Edward does say Toy Story is basically the same as the Harry Potter deck building game. So that is amazing.
See, that's good.
Right?
So
That's
you know
amazing.
It's a good game.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was, ranked
7.6, which is pretty good for a game that's got Toy Story in the box.
Yeah,
right
but
there.
if you can play that with your kids and teach them about deck building.
Yeah, like a decent game.
Yeah.
Make some good decisions besides rolling a color and moving some spaces.
Exactly.
The Warriors. Wonder Woman. This one looked cool, actually. This one I was interested in playing. It looked pretty good. Not like amazing, but it just looked like a pretty good little like co-op game, I think it was.
Oh, it's got little minis.
Yeah, it looked like a decent production. It was nothing like mind-blowing, but if you like, you know.
It does look like a game from the 80s, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's probably what they're going for.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Or just a bad picture, bad camera, bad lighting. I don't know. Anyways.
That's an interesting rabbit hole.
Yep.
Things you can learn on the internet.
Yeah, the Harry Potter deck building game, I've heard. That's like a pretty good game. I saw the lineups at Gen Con multiple years in a row every time they brought something out for that game.
Yeah,
People were super
people
excited.
will run for that.
Yeah, so I knew it was like a pretty hot thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it's interesting seeing like all the stuff they do, and they're obviously successful at it.
They wouldn't have that big of a team
They've
if they
been
weren't.
pumping out games over the last couple of years, so maybe not all of them are winners, but you know, there's some gems in there for sure. They're not bad games, and if you're looking to find family weight games to introduce non-gamers or to play with your kids or your nieces and nephews and that kind of stuff, go check them out. They make some good quality stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing God's work by selling their games in Walmarts and Targets and big box stores and bringing people into our hobby and hopefully showing up at local game stores and on BGG and buying games online, all this kind of stuff, and just expanding the hobby instead of like, you know, like I want to hear in the future people's first games for some of these games like Horrified and Jaws and those kind of things, and not, you know, I played Monopoly with my grandparents when I was a kid and like I hate my life and I wanted to burn every board game I saw because of that game, or Risk or something, you know. And yeah, so maybe some kids will get to play these kind of games now. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is Horrified. It's not very complex, like I said. It can be summed up in a co-op game. It's kind of like the pandemic kind of idea, putting out fires, determining which what thing is the best priority, trying to play around variability and randomness, and you know, making the best educated, efficient decisions, trying to beat the clock and destroy some monsters. So we are, by normal rules, you would pick a character at random. But you can also play strategic, you know, and try to like pick your characters and try to make good combinations. You can play this fully solo. There's a small little like 3-sentence additional rules variant you can play with solo included in the game. But how many players does this go to? Is it 4 or 5? I forget.
I forget. I don't see it.
Five.
Five.
Oh, I could have just looked on the BGG
No, that's
page.
okay.
Idiot.
It just wasn't in its normal space
idiot.
on the box.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
that? Oh, never mind.
I'll just So yeah, this game came out in 2019, like I said before. It says it's best with 3, supposedly on BGG, but we're playing at 2 today. But you can divvy out characters randomly or pick your own. Basically, we're heroes trying to kill the monsters. Once we defeat the monsters, we win. Couple ways we can lose. This terror marker gets up to the end, number 7 here of the terror track, we lose. There is a monster deck that is the same every time you play. You shuffle it up. It has the same amount of cards in it. If we ever draw it out and go to draw another card and there's nothing there, we lose. So there's 2 clocks on the game.
Can we shuffle those?
Yes, you shuffle, but so there's the deck of cards you can run through and you lose, or this terror track. And this terror track goes up here by basically having villagers die. And there's like 11 villagers in the game, I think it is. And you have these different villagers that'll appear on the board. They're like NPCs. Like Lucy here is trying to get to the mansion. If you can get her to the mansion, she can get off the board safely. But if a monster grabs her and does bad things to her, she will leave the board and we'll never see her again. And then we lose a terror and this little marker will go up. And if also our heroes get defeated and are left the board, we come back to the hospital on the next turn down here. But every time a hero is defeated, you're not eliminated from the game, but you also lose a terror. So we need to make sure that heroes and or villagers don't get defeated or die 7 times or we lose. Okay, so having a couple dies, like, you know, it happens. You know, sorry, Dr. Cranley, sorry you had to die, but he's trying to get to the precinct, so if he shows up. They won't always all show up, I don't think, in a game, unless you get through the monster deck, because the monster deck, I think, is what spawns them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it tells you
right here. So, for example, when you get to this card, the delivery from the monster deck, you will place Wilbur and Chick at the shop. So that's just putting that villager token out on a specific location. And then Wilbur and Chick are trying to get to the dungeon. So, for example, you put them on the shop, and we can spend actions to help them move them around the board and stuff and keep them safe. But if we can get them to the dungeon, where's the dungeon? Up here somewhere?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So if we can get them to the dungeon across these lit paths, so all these yellow lines you see on the board are all valid spots for villagers to move and the heroes to move and the monsters to move, except for these water spaces where the creature who we're not playing with, different monster moves. So in this game, you pick from the 6 monsters that come in the game. And based on the monsters you're playing against, you play 2 of them, you're playing on easy. You play against 3, standard. You can play against 4 monsters. It makes it like, you know, hardcore mode or whatever. But you mix the 6 monsters together. You pick 3 however you want. These are the 3 we're playing just because we played the 3 other ones last year's Halloween stream or whatever at Halloween time. So I just picked the 3 others. But that will change up your game because each monster has a different way to beat them, to prepare them for defeated, you know, a little puzzle to solve or a little, you know, fetch quest to do or something like that. And they change up how the game works. So, for example, these water spaces and paths won't be used in this game because we don't have the creature from the Black Lagoon or Blue Lagoon or wherever the heck he's from. Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Blue sounded right.
Yeah, the Blue Lagoon sounds right. And I thought of blue. I see blue on the board. I don't know why I thought that. But anyways, Creature from the Black Lagoon, which you can see in last year's. If you just, you know, check out, there should be a playlist link down in the video description. If you're looking for our other Horrified playthroughs, there's probably like 4 or 5 of them down there. We played with all different monsters. We played 4-player. I probably played this game solo, I would assume, but maybe I haven't.
I don't know if you did.
I don't know if I did a stream solo, but whatever. But yeah. So we're playing with the Mummy, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man. But the game is simple. It's we go around the table, you know, clockwise order, whatever. You pick a first player, and there's your 2 phases. 2 phases, super simple. Phase 1, you have the hero phase. You can do so many actions based on which character you get. So based on the hero you get, you have a certain amount of actions shown at the top of the card, and a special action is one of those, and then it shows your starting location. And that's it. That's all you need to know for your hero. Super straightforward. They give you a whole bunch in the box. And you can see they're kind of balanced. So the mayor here has 5 actions, but no special ability. So just for balance, right? But this character, the Explorer, has only 3 actions. But look at her ability. It's like busted. Place a hero in any non-water space.
So you can just like jump around the board.
Yeah, she can jump around the board. But because of that, she only has so many actions. But yeah, so they all have their own little thing. They all play a little different. Super simple, super straightforward. And the actions you can choose. So let's say you had 4 actions. You can choose to move 4 times. Or you can do them in any order as many times as you want up to your amount of actions. So you can move. It's just literally moving 1 space. So you move from 1 space to the next, you know, just along the path. You want like 1 circle along the line to another circle. You can guide a villager. So that's basically pulling a villager to you or pushing them away from you 1 space. That's how you're going to get them to their destination or keep them away from the monsters, keeping them safe. You can pick up any number of items in your space. You can share items between heroes in your space. And the cool part in this game, I always forget this rule. Every time I read it, I'm like, oh, you can do that? Is you can trade in your space with other heroes, and it doesn't have to be 1 for 1. But the cool part is, if there's like 3 or 4 heroes all in the same space, you can do the trade action as one of your actions, and you don't even have to be involved in the trade. So that's like next level stuff. If you're having trouble with the game, that might be something you need to do a little more to, you know, have Billy give Jimmy this item, and you know, Lucy's not even involved in the trade, just so that you have, you know, Billy's turn set up better, because it's that kind of game. So it'll be an efficient working together, a very cooperative game. And then advance is advance a task by using an item on the specified location. So advancing is doing the monster's little number 1 action. That's getting them prepared to be defeated. And once you've advanced their little quest here completed, you then can move on to try to defeat them with an action by doing some other thing. And we'll go over each monster, how you do their advance and how you do their defeat. But those cost you an action. So if you don't have an action left, you can't advance or defeat their thing. And then the special action, like I said, that's on the character sheet. And then there's perk cards that says on your hero turn, any hero at the table, on any hero's turn, you can play one of these perk cards. These are like super powerful effects that do things like move each monster up to 2 spaces. And it says right on it, you can play these at the bottom. It says play during any hero phase, not during phase 2, which is the monster phase we're about to talk about. But that's it. So you just go around the table. You take your hero phase, you do your actions, do them however you want, and then you move on to a monster phase. Monster phase is simple. You basically draw a card. There's a reminder. You do the items, the event, and the monster strike. So on the card, you draw a monster card. Boom. You go from top to bottom. So straightforward. You draw 3 items from the bag. Step 1 in the monster phase. You draw your items based on the item. Each item has a power at the top and a place to put it at the bottom. So if I drew this one, I just drop it on the museum. Boom. And when someone uses it to try to defeat a monster or advance a monster or whatever, that is worth 3 strength. We got a little revolver here, a pistol. It starts in play at the precinct if you draw it. So that's all you're doing. We draw 3 for that card, for example, and you put them on the board. So it just keeps the items flowing. And you need items to prevent damage to yourself. You need items to complete the monster things. It's like a set collection game, basically, with that. And then it will tell you some monster ability here, or bringing out an NPC if it's gray. If the card's gray, you know it's bringing out an NPC. Super straightforward. If the card has a color, you know a specific color. If this is a brown card, I know it's related to the Wolfman. And it even has the Wolfman symbol on there, if you don't notice. And that'll have an ability related to Wolfman. But if we're not playing with the Wolfman, you just ignore that ability. Super straightforward. So items, ability, then you do the monster strike, which you go from left to right. If that monster is in your game based on the symbol, symbols are on the reference card. Every player will have one. Super straightforward. So based on the symbol, if it's the creature's hand, we're not playing with the creature. You skip it. You move on. No big deal. Then you move next to Dracula. We're not playing with Dracula. We skip it. But then there's this fire, which is the frenzy monster. And that is a little fire token that will be on a different monster. It's always on a monster during the game. It starts on the lowest frenzy monster, but every monster has a frenzy value in the top left corner. And once a monster, sometimes it'll move the frenzy token during the game. We'll have to. It goes to the next level up. And once it hits the top, it goes back down the bottom. If a monster has it and is defeated, it goes to the next monster in order. And it basically just that monster who's frenzied is going to be going more often. So the players have some information, but not perfect information, of course. This one, for example, this red card, we know it's Dracula. It's got Dracula's symbol on it. Dracula's not in our game. We skip that. But then we go to the bottom. We're going to use the mummy. Then we look for Frankenstein's bride. She's not in the game. Invisible Man is. So you go in order. First, we would do the mummy. It moves 1 space towards the nearest hero or whatever. And then or nearest villager, whatever's closer, but it prefers heroes. And then rolls 2 attack dice. The dice have blanks. They have their monster special power, which is different for whichever monster is attacking. And straight up damage. If any damage hits a hero or a villager, automatically defeated. Heroes can throw away items to prevent each hit of damage, 1 item per hit. But if it hits you, you remove yourself from the board, you're back at the hospital. If it hits a villager, villager's gone. Either way, you get hit, you lose terror. You go up on the terror track. That's it. I don't know what else to explain.
The only other thing is when you do get hit, you can discard items to
just said that. Yeah.
It. Oh, you did say that?
Yep.
Oh, I missed that.
I said you can heroes can throw away, but villagers can't.
Oh, I just missed that. Maybe it went so fast.
No,
Sorry.
it's your husband's voice. You tune it out. I'm talking at a different frequency that your wife wouldn't hear, but other wives will hear because they're not my wives. That's just how that works. But anyways. So that's it. So you'll see it as we go. I'm rushing through it because it's not complicated and it's better just to show you during the play. It'll just make sense. So if you've never played before, hopefully that makes sense. If you're watching this channel, most likely you're a little more of a hardcore gamer, I would say, playing more complex games, usually, not always, but usually. So I'm gonna rush through it, and no matter what game we're playing on the channel, we do best by just playing it and showing you. But feel free, if you don't know this game, ask questions in the chat. Someone in the chat could answer you, or we can answer you if we see it. But if you're confused at why something happened, ask. If it looks like you messed up a rule, it will happen. But just ask, and we'll try to figure it out. And next, I just want to talk about the monsters, because the monsters affect, like I said, how the game is played. So you have to kind of go at it with a little bit of a different mindset or strategy based on what's going on. So, my reference card. If you just want to shuffle that one one more time, just a little bit. Just our perk cards. Put these back in.
Chat's really funny.
So John says, this is about the most complex game I've ever played.
It's obviously being sarcastic.
Obviously he's played crazier games, but yeah. I see some new names in the chat, so I don't know. Maybe you clicked on this because you're like, I play Horrified and I want to watch someone else play Horrified. And maybe you can answer questions if people have them. But if you're curious about this game, you're looking for a game to play at Halloween time with your family or friends, it's not too complex or too overwhelming, but still has replayability for days and feels fresh just by mixing up the monsters. This is a pretty cool game. Definitely get your money's worth for this game for sure, I feel.
Enderwolf says, I recently bought this game. This is going to help a lot.
That's
perfect. Awesome.
Perfect.
And David, who watches our Arkham Horror LCG, says, fun fact, it was this game that I got into Arkham Horror LCG. That's amazing.
I was talking, we were playing Arkham Horror 3rd Edition yesterday. More complex game, but I thought about it. I said, we're back tomorrow streaming Horrified. And I was like, wait, Horrified is kind of like a lighter version of Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. Both of them feel like a Pandemic style game. And if you've never played Pandemic, it's like the granddaddy that made popular co-op board games. Like it's simple. It's about a pandemic spreading. Diseases spreading around the world. You're working for the CDC, trying to put them out. But this whole idea of working together as a team around the table, trying to put out fires and deal with priorities and using variable player powers. That was a game that made co-op board games popular. So this game definitely owes a lot to Pandemic, and so does Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. So I was thinking that this is like a horror themed game, same idea, but a lot more simple. But yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. All right.
Monsters, you were going to do
monsters, yes. So let's find out what's going on here. Let's put that up. So we're going to play the Mummy. It's the lowest frenzy one on the table, so we'll talk about the Mummy first. So it says the Mummy has risen. Decipher the tablet so you can return him to his tomb. Okay, that's thematically what we're trying to do. Every time it rolls the exclamation die, we can always look here. It's on the board. You don't need to look it up in the rule book. You will flip the lowest scarab face down, which we'll explain what that is in a minute. To advance, to break the curse, which you have to do before trying to defeat it, at the museum, which is here. And usually when you play with the monsters, some of them come with these tiles that you put on the board. So the museum in another game without the Mummy is just a normal museum, nothing special. But when you're playing with the Mummy, you put this little overlay on it, which is so cool because it actually reminds you of the rules on the board. And I love this. Like, I always love games that add references more than they need to. So this game actually puts stuff on the board. This helps new players. It helps non-gamers so much. Helps grow the hobby. Love it. So references on the board, references on cards. You have a reference sheet. You have references on the back of the monster thing for setting it up. Like, it's genius. Like, they didn't waste space other than the back of the rule book. Doesn't have a reference on it. But that's overkill in this game, I think. But yeah, you could have done that. But yeah, perfect little reference card. But yeah, you get these little tiles. And they're basically just to remind you, we got to get to the museum. And to solve, so to advance the Mummy, sorry, to break the curse at the museum, you have to use a yellow item. Doesn't matter the strength level, just a single yellow item to move the scarabs. Oh, it does matter the strength, sorry. The strength will give you a certain amount of moves. This reminds me of Mansion Madness 2nd Edition puzzles.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Using some of your stats to move things around in a puzzle. So it's kind of like that. So we'll move scarabs around. How the scarabs work is they go on the sheet. You can see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These will be randomly dealt out at the start. We shuffle them up, flip them over, whatever. This is not how they'll be set up, but just to show you. But while we're playing the game, you have to line these up so they match the number where they are. And you can move them around through the little lines and spend points off the strength of items to solve the puzzle, right? But the Mummy will flip the lowest one down. So the 1 could get flipped over. And you don't actually, he's not defeatable unless they're all face up and in the right numbered spots. So they got to be like, you know, where they go, whatever. And you got to do the movement. So this might take a little while. And you have to get those items. And you have to get the player with those items to the museum. So it's like a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's fun. And once you get them all lined up, now, once this is all valid here, you can move down to step 2. Defeat the monster. And in the Mummy space, you just got to find the Mummy on the board, get to a space, and spend at least 9 or more red items together to defeat them. So this is where the trade action and all that kind of stuff will come into play, because you need to get a single person to have all those red items. It can be like 11 strength, whatever. It just has to be 9 or more, and you can defeat it. The problem is, if the mummy keeps doing this, even if you're ready and the mummy flips the lowest face down, or rolls 2 of those on the same turn and rolls and flips the 2 and the 1 over, now you can't defeat the mummy. So we've played before where we've been like in position and you get to the monster and you're about to defeat them, but the monster goes right the turn before and messes with your plans. So now somebody has to go to the museum to get the actions, 2 different movement or 2 different points. They have to have a 2-point yellow item or 2 1s or whatever to go and flip those back over before the player on the other side of the board can use the red tokens to destroy the mummy. But maybe the mummy attacked that player before and that player didn't want to die, so they threw away some red items to prevent damage. And this is where the fun comes from the monsters messing with your plans, but you have to work together to try to defeat them. So
there's just some strategy here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not. It's like the rules. The rules and how the game works. It's light, but like the strategy, the fun, the co-op nature of it. It's hardcore. It's there. Like you got to work together. You don't mess around. And like I said, you play with 2 monsters if you're just playing easy. You want to have a casual time. But 3 monsters is the standard. It's a little challenging, but if you want a real challenge, you throw 4 monsters on the table, and you know you can punish yourself.
So I've mixed these up. I don't know if you want to also mix them up or if I will just.
There's also this token that comes with the mummy. Supposedly, someone will become the mummy's, bride or whatever, or something, his love interest, and this player will get stuck with this token for the rest of the game, and the mummy will chase you around based on the ability on the monster cards related to the mummy. So for now, it's just chilling. But for the setup for the mummy, take scarabs number 1, 2, and 3, mix them up.
Oh, I did. Yeah, sorry.
And place them randomly with the numbers face up on 4, 5, and 6 spots. So where's 1, 2, and 3?
I don't know.
You gotta find 1, 2. You gotta follow my instructions.
Yep. 1, 2.
Come on, Mel, pay attention.
And 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Flip just 1, 2, and 3 over and shuffle them, and then put them face down 4, 5, and 6 randomly. Then flip them face up. Get it?
Yep.
And then you're gonna do the same thing for the other 3 on the other side.
4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then flip them face up.
Yep. Yeah, you want to see them. Like the monster will flip them face down, I'm sure, on us, but at least you know what you're trying to move around.
Okay.
Do the same for those, and leave the center spot empty.
Okay.
Yogi, you can play with all the monsters at once. I think there might even
I think we have tried that one time, like off camera, just for fun.
Yeah, I don't think it works.
Yeah, I think it's tough.
I think mathematically it's probably like impossible.
I wouldn't do that with 2 players, for sure. Also, Cynthia does say, I have it ready to order, assuming Brian enjoys the playthrough. A bit of a Halloween gaming for us, hopefully. That's awesome. So she's ready to hit order.
Cynthia, take your hand off the mouse. Step away from the online shop. You have a problem.
No, but this might be a fun little game for you guys.
We're your friends here to intervene and tell you we love you. And you're running out of space and you don't need more boxes of cardboard in your house. Just kidding. Buy it.
But the chat is a lot of them are saying you won't be disappointed. You'll like it.
The only thing is the American Monsters version. You might want to research that because I heard it's a little different and you might like one over the other. I haven't read anything where someone said they really liked one over the other. They said they're both they're different, but they feel the same-ish kind of thing. So you just might like those monsters over this one. You might want the other one supposedly a little bit more gamey. Versus this one's better for entry level. So Cynthia, just look into those 2, do a little research. Just do a little research. Yeah. Brian says, thanks, Rob. Oh wait, I take that back. As soon as I'm like, buy it. But no, just look at, that's the only thing Cynthia now is, and I don't own the second one, so I can't comment directly on it. I've just done my own reading on it to see if I want to grab it because I love Horrified. But I decided not to grab it because I already own this Horrified. I may get it later if I find it on sale for cheap or something in the future. But you now coming at it without owning any of them, one might appeal to you more. Maybe just go watch like a playthrough on the other one after before you click the buy button. But this one, it's rated well. People love it. Like I feel very confident if you're looking for a family weight horror themed game to pull out at Halloween, play with kids or family or even other gamers, just having not a stress. Like, okay, you can get stressed out playing this game, but you know, it's not as hardcore, like, you know, but it's still a really good game. Like, I don't know. I love it. Anyways. Yeah.
Okay. So he's set up. Mummy's set up.
The Wolfman comes with a couple tokens. He comes with his antidote and some other thing where someone's going to be hunted by him. Similar to the Scarab thing, I think. It just makes the monster move towards you. This guy is 5 Frenzy. The Wolfman is tormented by his form. Develop an antidote and administer it to him. Okay, when he rolls a little exclamation point on the die, every person in the Wolfman space is hit. So again, it's like he rolled a hit on the die, so you can block it with items, I'm pretty sure, but obviously it would hit villagers, kill them right away, because they can't. The villagers can't be saved by throwing away items. So advanced, discover the cure. At the laboratory, place a blue token on a spot below that matches the item's strength. So we're trying to collect blues, 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 3s. Okay. Once we have all those on here, someone, whoever puts the last one, I think, they take the antidote token. You can trade this token, but someone has to get into the Wolfman space. Once you have all these here and someone's got the token, you have to be in their space, and you have to have the cure, and you also have to have 6+ strength of red items to defeat him. And when there are red items, like a single item that costs 6, we already saw that power. So it could just be one item you have. You just could get lucky. You could trade, or you could have a whole bunch. Maybe you haven't seen any reds in a while. Maybe you gotta go across the whole map to get one. Who knows? So sometimes you just get randomness will get you, but if you cooperate, you can kind of like help with that.
I'm also seeing that we need 9+ red items, 6+ red items so far.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop there.
We're not done yet.
We're playing not a very good mix of monsters, I'm pretty sure. I feel like we've kind of messed ourselves over
let's
here.
Not throw away red items.
Yeah. We're gonna have trouble with this one, I know. I'm feeling it already. So the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man has gone mad. Collect proof of his misdeeds to catch him, so you can catch him. So, sorry, the laboratory for the wolf, he gets a little spot here reminding you have to go to the laboratory to place blue to match his strength. The Invisible Man has the precinct. So you got to go to the police, provide them evidence about the Invisible Man to go catch him. And his little die, stalk unseen, you move the Invisible Man 2 spaces close to a villager. He doesn't attack the villager when he moves, but it's more likely he's going to get them eventually. So you have to supply evidence. At the precinct, place a yellow or red or blue on a spot below that matches the item's location. So color doesn't matter. It just has to be something from the inn, something from the mansion, something from the laboratory, something from the institute, and something from the barn. Once you get 5 of those that match covered, he is now in the place you can defeat him. You just have to get to his space and spend 9+ strength to defeat him. And it's very thematic because I think most of the red stuff is weapons in the bag. So I always find that fun to see, like, there's a theme.
They labeled them.
Oh, they actually are labeled by color?
Well, yeah, I read it today.
So for example, like, of course you can kill the Invisible Man with a dart or a knife or a fire poker, but maybe not one by itself, but all 3 together might be enough.
Yeah, the reds.
Oh, you need 9. You need 9.
The reds are physical, the blue are intellectual, and the yellow are spiritual.
Okay. See, that's stuff I never cared about before. I think it's funny. So somebody put thought into it, I think.
Yeah.
The spear gun is 4. But like, look how many items there are. There's so many. So hopefully all the reds aren't in the bottom. Actually, we kind of want the reds in the bottom because we need them later.
Yeah, we don't really want them yet, and we don't want to throw them away for protecting us necessarily.
So much loot. I think now I know why I like this game. I just figured it out. So much loot. Just hoarding the loot. Love it.
Well, while you're
putting cards in the bag.
While you're cleaning that up, Layla says, "Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer? He couldn't see himself doing it."
I love it. Love
it. Jane is asking, "Oh, did the bag come with the game?"
Yes,
it did. It even says.
Yes.
It even says on here it talks about what's included in the thing, and the last line there, 1 item bag.
Yeah, there you go. These guys, Prospero Hall, they got FFG beat. They know what they're doing.
Came with a bag.
Yeah, how are they including bags and the games are reasonably priced, but FFG can't do it?
You know why, too? You need a bag for this one because the colors are important. And if you just put it in a bowl or a cup or something, you can see the color.
There's too many. Like, I think there's too many items to fit them in a cup without seeing it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're not going to sit in the bottom. They're actually going to be, like, coming out the top.
Yeah, so you definitely need a bag for this.
Definitely came with the game. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the second one does come with a bag too. I saw, and I think it's art on it and stuff. It's a little bit better maybe, but yeah, it's just a plain cloth bag, but it's like cheap, but like, why not include it, right? Like, don't even get me started. Anyways.
Janet was trying to push her buttons.
Stop it, Janet, stop it. All right.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so we want to shuffle these up, right? Because are we going to do random?
Sure, let's do random and get our butt kicked. I'm down. So there is in the rules, it says once you played a couple times, you might want to be strategic. So pick your monsters and then pick your characters and you know, pick who goes first, and what else? There was something else I think you can pick. Just kind of like strategize, like to try to like beat the game on harder difficulties and stuff. Oh, I'm the explorer.
Not terrible.
I don't know though. I never really played with her because I like more action points because I like to be flexible. But yeah, I don't think I've ever played her. Maybe I have.
In the courier. So special
I like
action.
this guy.
Place your hero in any space with another hero.
Yeah, which is great. I like that one for just getting, especially in 2-player when we're across the map, and then I want to trade with you to set you up or something. You know, jump across the board or whatever.
So my starting space is the shop, which I believe is somewhere over here. I have to.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
We have to start
finding all these places. Who knows? And I will go to the camp up here. The camp.
Okay.
I'll keep that nearby, I guess, just in case I forget what actions are in this game. And you may laugh, like the game's not that complicated, but let me tell you, we've played so many games lately that have little reference sheets with actions listed and action points that it all blends together after a while. So, yeah, hopefully I'm not trying to gather clues in this game by accident or anything, but we'll see.
Michael says we could strategize 2 each, then poll which one should get.
I thought of that. The only problem is with this game, I was going to do it for the monsters too, or the characters. And that would work. That would work because the YouTube poll is limited in the chat to 4 entries, which is so annoying. So yeah, it doesn't really work for most of this stuff, but.
Do you want to do it?
No, we'll just play with whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't care if we get our butt kicked in this game because it's like a 60-minute when you're not streaming and explaining everything you're doing. But normally when you play it at your kitchen table, it's like 60 minutes or less to jam through a game of this. So who cares? Just mix it up, have fun, do it random. But yeah, if you want to like really game it, put 4 monsters in, pick your characters, maybe even like draft your starting perk card or something. And yeah, get really hardcore with it. Or try to beat it with as little terror as possible, or with as you count the amount of monster cards left in the deck and try to beat that next time. You know, stuff like that you can do to really make it like even a solo gamers game, you know, where you're just trying to beat your high score kind of idea. Yeah. You can totally do that in this game if you wanted to. So we each get a perk card, right?
Yep, and we have to place. Okay, we have to also place 12 items.
Michael's cheering for the monsters, so I'm glad I didn't do a poll because then Michael would have picked the worst character combination. Yeah. You would have tanked the playthrough. I get what's going on here. I get what's going on. So we folded the game board and we familiarized ourselves with the locations.
Well, we'll familiarize ourselves with locations as we play.
So we place a terror marker, place 10 villager movers and 3 dice next to the board. That's done. Oh, it's 10 villagers. I thought it was 11 for some reason. I don't know where I got that from. But shuffle the monster cards done. Choose which monsters to play against. The difficulty, like I said, let's check because I don't remember exactly if you can go higher. Right there. First game, use Black Lagoon and Dracula to learn. Novice game, any 2 monsters. Standard game 3, challenging 4, like I said.
Oh, so challenging. We should try next time.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever did, but I feel like we have, but maybe we haven't. All right. We completed the setup for the monsters. We placed the frenzy marker. Now player setup, this is what we're talking about. It says mix up the hero badges, you know, deal them out, but there is rules later that say, you know, do it however you want kind of thing. Place your hero at the starting location, shuffle the perk cards. I'm doing that right now. And give 1 at random to each player face up. We can talk about them in a second. And place all 60 item juicy loot tokens in the bag and mix them up. Draw 12 from the bag and place each item at the location indicated. And I literally think that's all for setup.
Yeah,
like it's so
simple.
So clean. This game is so clean. It's great. And boom. Let me tell you, after setting up Arkham Horror 3rd edition yesterday and cleaning it up, this feels like a treat.
Uh-oh, Edward's also on Team Monsters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
All right, that's it.
Billy, though, does say, you guys are the best. Good luck. Billy, you're the best. While you're doing that, Pinkto Floyd says, great game. Just disappointed that the American Monsters is standalone and not an add-on to this. That would have been cool. Yeah, if it was an add-on and just added new monsters.
I thought they were going to do that.
I thought they were going to do as well.
I thought this game was going to be expanded, no problem. But then it's like the board stays the same. Like maybe they could have came out with second boards, but then it's like then they probably thought of all this.
Yeah.
And then they just went, you know what? We just make it a different game because it's like, you know, it's hard to link things in. Like maybe they didn't think it would be so successful. And that happens sometimes, right? They thought like, is anyone going to care about this another IP game we're making? And then it sold like gangbusters. And then they were like, oh, we didn't think about that. Now, it's supposedly the second one seemed to be designed more with that in thought. So we might see an expansion for the next one. So I put a poll in the live chat. This one's more of a fun one. But yeah, you can vote for which team you're on. And I'll leave that going for a couple minutes. And then we'll find out how many people I need to ban from the chat after. Anyways.
Okay, so pull out 12 and then I'll start placing them.
Yes. Here we go. Here we go. First item today. We have a tarot deck, which you can find at the camp. What do we have next up today for us to win? We have a lovely Searchlight, blue, strength 2. Put it at the precincts. Top of the board. We have a kite going to the tower.
1, 2,
I know,
3.
I'm losing count already. Yeah, we have a pistol going at the precinct.
Okay.
We have a mirrored box going to the mansion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 we're at.
All right. 5 tokens. Fire poker going to the mansion.
6.
Well, the Wolfman's mansion spot seems to be a hot spot too. What else we got? We have a... Get your thumb out of the way, Rob. Canopic jar. This is cool. Go to the museum. That makes sense. Go where the mummy's at. Oh, yeah, the red token here. A torch, you know, just where you'd want to find torches in a barn, because that's not dangerous. All right. Dry hay, all that wood, not a problem. Just store your torches and lighters and fluid there, no problem. A knife at the docks. Sounds accurate.
That's token 9.
Got a stab all sea monsters coming out of the water.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so this is 10.
And we have a nebularium at the tower. 11, we have research microscope going to the tower. And last but not least, monocane mixture going at the inn. The inn up here. Now, let's talk about our perk cards we start with. And you can get these by saving villagers. If you can get a villager to their space they're trying to go to, get them off the board alive, you can get more of these amazing perk cards. This is Power of the Ancient. Choose one. Place the mummy in any space. Or if you weren't playing with the mummy, or you just want to use the other option, move any monster 3 spaces. And this can be played. I can play this during Mel's hero phase or my own at any time. Just not the monster phase.
Right.
No monster phase.
Okay, and mine is Overstock. Each player draws and places 1 item from the item bag. So that's just another way that we can get some items on the board if we need. Okay.
Oh, Edward's saying, I've heard that Aliens Fate of the Nostromo. Yeah, I haven't looked into that one yet, but I saw that one like was being talked about recently. Obviously, they put some marketing money behind that one in the last couple of weeks. It's played someone like Horrified too. Yeah,
oh.
So it's like, you know, has a lot to owe to Pandemic is basically where I'm going with that. So I always call those like Pandemic style games in my mind. That's like the first like co-op game I played. It's the one that like started it all, got it popular, and that's what most co-op games are like trying to achieve, is that feeling. That's what made them like acceptable. And you can always see those roots in most co-op games, I feel.
Do you want to roll for first player, or do we just want to...
We can just pick.
Okay.
I don't know what you think is. Based on what you see, who cares? We'll be strategic in our choice. Who should go first, get things done. So you could place yourself in my space. You can get 4 actions done. Where are you? You're here in the shop.
Yeah, there's not really
I'm up
much.
here in the camp. What are we trying to do? You know, which monster we want to kill first, get off the board. Can we achieve one?
So we have an item at the inn. We have an item at the barn. We have an item at the mansion.
We already have the Wolfman, 1, 2, and 3 blue items, and a 2 and 3 blue items. If you use that on a turn, which whoever goes first doesn't matter, you could place 2 more items on the board.
Yeah, before we even move.
And yeah, I would like using that card as soon as you get it, just so we can get more options, get more information.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And
I'm just looking.
the precinct, we have to get an inn. Do we have an inn item?
Yeah, we have an.
Yep. We have a barn item. Yes. We have a mansion item.
Yep.
Yep. We have a laboratory item.
No.
Oh, okay. Do we have an institute item?
No.
No. Okay.
So we can do the first part of that,
So
but maybe we work on the Wolfman.
Yeah. Or whatever we're close to. The other thing is we don't start with items in this game. And pro tip in the little rule book there says, you know, right now, if we were to get hit by a monster, we're instantly defeated.
Yeah.
If it just rolls one hit. But what you want to do is try to grab items on your first turn just for protection.
Yeah.
So you don't just die, waste a turn, and go to the hospital.
Especially while we have 3 monsters on the board.
Yeah. Do we have 3 on the board? I only see 2. I see the mummy. I see the mummy. Oh, come on, man. I see the mummy.
Yep.
Okay, we got the mummy.
I see the mummy.
I see the Wolfman. I see the Wolfman.
Yeah.
But I don't see the Invisible Man. I don't see the Invisible Man. I can't see it. Just kidding. All right. Just kidding. Item limit per player? No.
No.
No item limit per player. No card limit per player. None of that stuff. None of those annoying rules you'd want to put on some new gamers learning to play a board game. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's just a free-for-all, dude.
This is a fun game.
Yeah.
All the rules that are in this
Many
game
as you can hold.
are for the fun of it. Yeah. No one likes rules. Get out of here. No one wants limits. Get out of here with those limits.
I could go first unless I go where you're ending and place myself where you're ending.
I just say get some items. Get some items, whether they're for what we need or for you just not to get killed.
Pick up.
Get some items.
I could not even use my special ability, and I could just move 1, 2, 3, and then pick up everything at the tower.
Sure.
Okay, let me go first then. Are you fine with that? Okay, so let's use my overstock.
I'm not gonna say no.
So each player draws and places 1 item from the item bag.
All right. I'll just draw 1. Actually, I'll just draw 2. It doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
All right, here we go. We got a flower at the docks. Oh, little flower. Smells so nice. And we got a shovel at the graveyard. Just where you'd expect shovels to be.
Okay.
Shovel at the graveyard.
So I have 4 actions. So I will use action 1 to move. I'll use action 2 to move. Action 3 to move. And then action 4 I'll pick up. And I'll pick up all these items.
Monster phase?
Yes.
Oh, wait. What was my thing? Move any monster 3 spaces? Should I do this? Does it matter right now? They could move 2 and get me.
1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Should I move the Wolfman away? Keep him near the bottom of the board.
Who's the frenzy? The mummy's the frenzy. So the mummy is here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Could go twice.
Maybe I should do this.
Yeah, you don't have any items.
I know. Let's say he's 2 spaces away.
2,
so
3. Yeah, maybe. But which one do you move? Because Invisible Man and the mummy.
Wolfman.
Okay.
The Wolfman can actually in 2 move, 1 to get in to get me.
Yeah. So 1. Oh, he's 3 moves. Okay.
And
yeah.
I don't think there's really any cards that have 3. Maybe there is. It's mainly 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But
okay. So maybe move the Wolfman.
yeah, I'm
3?
gonna use it to move the Wolfman. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Maybe put him on the hospital might not be smart.
Yeah, especially if one of us die.
Okay, so yeah, so boom, we spent our perk cards. Maybe I should save it for later where it's more important, but I don't know. Such a waste too early, in your opinion. All right, so we're gonna draw 3 items from the bag. Yeah, it's probably better to do when a monster's like close to us and gonna be trouble, but I just don't want to die here. But again, I don't know what's on the cards. We haven't played in a year, so I'm good just having some fun. Garlic at the end.
Okay.
We have Wolfsbane at the camp. Oops.
Oh, that's good. Where you are.
Yeah, so maybe we should have had me go first since I was closer to monsters, so I could go get items. That probably would have made sense. And more Wolfsbane at the camp.
There you go now.
Yeah, so that was a bad decision on our part, so I wouldn't have to waste that card. Just hindsight 2020, of course. All right, we're gonna put the villager, Maria, at the barn. Hopefully she doesn't use the torch to light it on fire. All right. Then next, we're going to go across the monster strike on the bottom here. We're not playing with Frankenstein. We're not playing with Frankenstein's bride. But the frenzy monster is going to move to the nearest person which could be a villager or hero. Hero they prioritize. And roll 3 attack dice. That's gross.
Okay, so this is the mummy's gonna move 1 space.
But no one's there,
No
so
one's there.
it will not roll dice unless there's someone to attack. So it's
Right.
not going to do any of its crazy abilities to flip scarabs and all that stuff. Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Place your hero in any non-water space if I want. I'll just pick up some items for my first action of 3. What am I trying to do? Yellow, I could move scarabs around, but he's still so close to museum. I would love to sneak behind him, but I don't think yet, because if he just moves 1, he'll be in there punching me, and he didn't go on this card. So there's a good chance he could go on the next one. But I can get nearby maybe, or go somewhere else where there's items.
You can just jump, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to get too close to another monster or something. Or I could do the precinct. Do I have a camp? That's not a precinct thing, right? No, it's not. What else could we need? Blue. We need... I could go to a place to get something for...
Oh yeah, Maria needs to go to the camp, so you could like jump over here and start moving her back.
Yeah, true.
That will give you a card as well. Maybe I try to do that as well. I'm trying to go, I think, to the... Where am I trying to go? To the... Oh, I have all these. I'm trying to go
I'll move to Maria.
here.
I'll move to Maria. And then with my special actions, my second one, then I'll just pick up an item. Okay, monster.
Mm-hmm.
2 items, please. Draw 2 items from the bag.
Going to the barn. Oh, there you go. You can pick up another one while you're there. And at the inn. Okay, so the inn's looking good as well for items. Okay.
But there's I think I see someone there, but I don't. I don't know, it's weird.
I know. It's hard to tell.
I have the feeling there's someone there, but I can't see anyone.
Like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up?
I just see some walking clothes like this. So thief, place the invisible man at the location with the most items and discard all items there.
No,
Which I think he just does
right
that.
where his face is, and we're going to discard these 3 items.
So-
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's crazy. What a jerk. Yeah, see, but if you play often, you'll remember these abilities. You'll know that's going to happen. So let's not, for the rest of the game, stand at a place with the most items, just in case we draw this.
Yeah.
And now the mummy's going to move 1 to the nearest
Okay,
person.
this direction is
Goes has to be the shortest path to the nearest whatever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And we're not playing with the
1,
creature.
2,
We're not
3,
playing with
4.
the bride. And it won't roll any dice because there's no person in his space.
Oh, so far so good.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
My turn. My
Not dead
turn.
yet.
My turn. All right. I think so. My goal with these items is to try to get to the laboratory, but I have to walk right past this mummy. So I could go to
A couple items here,
yeah,
but
or I could move, pull Maria.
yeah,
That would be 1, 2,
you can
3,
push
and
her.
then oh no, I'd have to get to here, and then I could.
I know.
Then you could come to me, and then you could push her.
I can go to anywhere, and pull her even. But yeah, go do whatever.
Should I do that?
Yeah, whatever you want. I think it's fine.
I think if we get her, that's good, right? And then
yeah, if we get another perk card, like that's great.
maybe I'll try to go pick up
And
that
as long
other
as we're
blue.
building up items, getting perk cards, but at some point we need to start going to some of these things. Especially before monsters start hitting us, we start losing items. But I mean, the more items you have, the more choice you have when you're throwing items away as they're hitting you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna move for 1.
But if we can eliminate one of the monsters quick and just reduce it down to 2 monsters, then we could have some breathing room for sure.
I agree.
So I don't know if there's
agree.
anyone that's like, I feel like the scarab one, the mummy is probably the best.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
especially if
I'm sitting on so much yellow and I already have 5 points of red and it needs 9 to kill it.
yeah, and especially if you pick up that red and then you come this way, you can just jump anywhere. Actually, you can just jump to the museum and do
Yeah,
it.
I know. I think I'm gonna focus.
Okay, so let me worry about then Maria. So 1, action 2, I'll grab her and pull her to me.
Yep, that's
Action.
called a guide action.
Not a grab. Sorry, that's
Yeah,
rude.
please, no grabbing villagers now.
Grabbing people. That's
You
rude.
don't want, you know what happens when people do that.
Then I'm gonna move for 3. Now here's the thing. I could push her. No, what's that called? Guide as well?
It is guide, yeah.
Guide as well. I could guide her.
You guide one villager to or from an adjacent space.
No, I'll move both of us. We'll both move for 4. So move, guide her for 2, 3, 4. Then next turn I can guide her to the camp.
Brian, Cynthia's husband, has given the hashtag Rob and Mel made me buy it approval. You can go.
She already did, I think.
Do you guys play? Have you guys played Pandemic? Brian, have you or Cynthia? Have you guys played Pandemic together? That was one of Mel and I's first like co-op games. We like played camping together and stuff while our daughter's sleeping when she's little, and yeah, we just loved it. Fell in love with it. And then obviously the Pandemic Legacy and stuff, playing with friends and everything. But yeah, if you played Pandemic, this to me, when I got this game and played it a few times, I was like, I'll never choose Pandemic over this again until they obviously jam Legacy and all that stuff in. But yeah, this is just to me is like, I like the theming on this better, but I still will play both. But
yeah.
Oh, you have not? Okay. Yeah, because yeah, most people have played Pandemic, I find, in the hobby. So once you tell them it's like, oh, this is like a horror themed Pandemic kind of, yeah. Michael says, played Pandemic, we are living one.
That is true.
All right, Brian, have you and Cynthia lived real life? Well, it's like that in a board game, but with a horror theme on it. No Pandemic? Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Thomas, though, does say, I'm going to have a hard time keeping track of the Invisible Man because he's blue in my copy, and that's the color I keep looking for.
Oh. What are you talking about? What?
Put him more like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's blue in our copy, too. He's right here. He must be just playing tricks on you and turning invisible.
Yep.
I was waiting for someone to comment on that. I usually don't play with it on stream because it's hard to see, but we always play with it like when we're not streaming. But come on, that's way cooler. You know it is.
Yeah, Ned was asking, was that see-through guy promo? Yeah, yep. when I grabbed it from Gen Con, it was a promo.
Yeah, it was yeah, well, we got it from whatever Ravensburger's booth at Gen Con when they were giving out early or selling early copies. Mel got one of the last ones, and yeah, they had a whole box of these promos they're giving out.
Oh, and Michael had a question, sorry. What happens when the bag of items runs out? Yeah, you just take your discarded items and put them back in the bag and start again.
Yeah. Even if you're in the middle of drawing, like you need to draw 4 items for a card and there's only 2 left in the bag, you draw those 2, put the whole discard pile back in and just keep drawing, no problem. But obviously the ones that players have or the ones on the board, they stay where they are. It's just the discard pile off to the side of the board that goes back in the bag.
Okay, my turn is done. If you will draw me a monster card.
Yes. All right, we're getting 3 items on the board, and then we're going to get Maleva at the camp.
Okay, so we're also going to put this charm at the camp. Do you want me to show them all, or just...
you could say like a blue one. You
laboratory. Know, there's a laboratory item that we need.
Yeah, you don't need to hold them all up. You can just be like a blue 2.
Oh, Institute. 2 at the Institute. That's good. So those are the 2 that we needed. And then... she's going to the camp. Yeah, oh, okay, that's good. I can grab her.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm trying to show everything, and you know, I know you can't always see the numbers because it's a little far from the camera, but if you want to play along and give tips or recommendations or something, there is like a 10-second delay, of course, on the live chat and everything, but we'll try to see it. But yeah, feel free to play along and give recommendations and stuff as you're playing, and you know, whatever. It's yeah, that's what we're trying to do too. So don't be afraid to chime in or ask questions or like, why did you guys do that if we didn't explain it well enough, or you know, or like.
Yeah, I think Brian S. also suggests that we go for the Invisible Man first, which I do have. Oh no, the Invisible Man is pick up items.
Yeah, the Invisible Man is kind of tough because you have to go to like all these different locations, get something, and then go back. But what I find is as the game plays, between us, we'll just kind of start having some of them, and then we do like a nice trade. Then somebody goes to the precinct, and then boom.
Yeah.
But you also need 9+ red to kill them, so you also have to have that. And sometimes you're putting reds on here, and then you don't have enough to kill them right away. But I find as long as we get like 1 monster off the board that doesn't require you to go to so many different places, it might be easier to get off the board because it's less resistance. But
yeah. Okay, your turn. And she's trying to get to the shop. Where's the shop? Somewhere. Oh, right here. Okay. That's not terrible.
All right. So you're saying I should pick this up, or should I just go to the museum and just try to do the scarab thing?
Yeah, because you can also pick up that item.
Well, it's for each action. So if I move there, I only have 2 actions, so I can only use 2 items to do like 8 moves.
So you could wait.
I don't know how many moves, Mel. I'm going to put that on you to do it. I'll just throw moves at you, and you know, you can figure it out, because from here I can see it, but it's like easier if you just do it instead of me reaching across the board. But
That's 3.
so I can do that. Let me do that. I'll pick this up. And I need, what do I need to kill him? 9 plus?
Yep.
Well, I have 9 exactly right there. Then the problem is if he comes at me, I'll have to lose some yellows. We'll see. So I'm going to then move for second action. And third action, I could start moving scarabs, or I just pick up that item so I have something in hand. Because if I start using them now, I'm going to throw away. I'll just do it. All right, so I'll do 1 action. We'll spend 4 yellows, put that in the discard pile off the screen there. And then you can make up to 4 moves with those scarabs. And also a move could count flipping one face up if they were face down too. So
looking at it, I think if I did 4 down, I can then just move 1 into place.
Whatever. Just
so
do 4 movement. I don't care if it's efficient or not. Just go ahead. That's a tough one.
No, then I think I go 3, 4.
Okay, that's that. I'm done my turn. I'm going to draw a monster card. Oh, we forgot to do the rest of this one.
Oh.
On your turn. We forgot to do the wolf moving 1. It would have moved 1 to the closest.
Okay.
No one to attack. Then the frenzy would have been the mummy. And I was up here.
Yeah, so I think I was closer. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, man. So
1, 2, 3. Oh, we can choose. So we could choose you.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
so then he goes that way.
Well, he does choose heroes over villagers anyway.
Oh,
you're there. You're there.
We were both 3 spaces away.
Okay. Yeah. So we could say you went that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was.
Yeah, I forgot. I put it there to remind myself we still need to do the rest of it when we got talking, but I forgot. Okay, so I'll draw the next monster card. Right, we're good. I did 3 actions. 3 more items, please. 3 more items. Then we're gonna place Lucy at the theater.
Okay, we're gonna get a 2 yellow at the inn.
Okay.
We are gonna get a 2 blue at the laboratory.
Thomas, I think of that one too all the time.
3 yellow at the camp.
Thomas has a good tip. One of his favorite things to do when the board is set up, to allow it, is to intentionally take a hit from a monster to quickly move from the top of the board to the bottom.
We've done that before.
Yes. Because these 7 terror, you can think of it like a resource, right? Whether you're at 6 or 0, you still win as long as you don't hit 7, right? So yeah, using those to appear at the bottom. The other problem is sometimes when the villagers spawn on the board too quickly at the beginning, I find that number can start flying up because you're trying to deal with monsters and you're not necessarily dealing with villagers, and very quickly, 3 or 4 of those terror spots can be gone. But it is, yes, it's very highly situational. Agreed. But yeah, we have used that before. It's way more efficient. Oh, we got a super chat from Board Game Time. Thank you for the support, says Robin Mel. You guys rock. Thanks, as always, for all the great entertainment. I think you guys will love Dice Throne Adventures. You are the 63rd person to tell us we will love that game.
Lots of people.
I know I need to get it. I need to get it. I appreciate the recommendation. It's on a list. But yeah, and then I know there's Dice Throne and then Dice Throne Adventures. Dice Throne I looked at and was like, maybe not for us, I don't know.
I think we talked about it like last month.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. We were just looking at it recently, I think. And then Dice Throne Adventures, I was like, oh, that's kind of out now. So yeah, we'll look into it. But thank you
so much for your support. Thank you.
We now have $4.99 worth of support that's going to help offset the cost of Dice Throne Adventures. Thank you for that.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you for the support. Okay, so we placed Lucy at the theater?
We did. She's trying to get to the mansion, which is only right here. And I'm right here. So,
and the wolf man,
she is very close.
The mummy is only right here.
Yeah.
And the killer invisible man is only right here.
So I'm feeling like I may have to guide her to the camp, grab her, pick her up, and...
Oh, we also have the Dracula is not our game, but the frenzy monster, which is the mummy, is going to move 2 to the nearest thing. It's actually going to kill Lucy right now.
Well, she got to roll.
Oh, yeah. You're going to roll 1 die for the mummy. Blank.
Yes.
Yes.
She's alive.
She didn't die.
Lucy is alive.
She didn't die. But she was
close.
Oh, also another thing in this game that's kind of weird with other board games you play is you can move villagers and yourself right through monsters and they're not affected. Affected. And the monster, when they have to move, if they're already in a space with some target, they won't leave the space. And if they're moving 2 movement to get to somewhere and they bump into somebody along the way, they just stop where they are and they do their thing. So that's the only thing. It's like, it seems a little weird that you can just like run through monsters, no problem. And they only attack on their turn. Seems weird, but it's totally fine. Okay. Is it my turn?
That was
I don't
was
know.
me, I
No, I think it's
believe.
your turn now.
Oh yeah, that was you.
'Cause
Oh
you're
yeah,
still
because you
sitting
jumped and
here.
you did this. Yeah.
You're still
So my first action is I'm going to guide Maria to the camp, which is where she wants to go.
Brian, you support enough. Get out of here. You don't worry about that. Brian says, I would super chat, but Cynthia just spent the budget.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
see what I do to myself? I recommend these board games to people, and then they buy that instead of supporting it. No, I'm just joking. I'm just
No,
joking.
you
I'm here
already
to help
do.
the hobby. It's all good. Yeah. Brian, you support us in other ways. It's all good. Don't worry. Do not worry.
So Maria was
I'll
sent to
still read your message. Mel, you roll for the monsters, please, not Rob.
No, that was good. That was
Oh,
a good
yeah,
roll.
I didn't close the poll. I forgot to close the poll.
Oh, you want?
I know which way Michael voted,
Yeah, I
so
forgot.
don't listen to Michael. But I'm going to end the poll in the live chat, which I totally forgot about. So
Michael knows that I will make them hit everyone.
we're going to find out which team each of the people who in the chat who are watching live voted on, and we'll find out which percentage are voting for the monsters here.
Oh, that was close.
Okay, 53% want Team Mel and Rob to win. 46% are rooting for the monsters.
Okay, so
Yes, sickos.
we have 53% behind us.
Sickos.
Okay, so
I have more, almost more enemies watching the stream than I have friends. What is going on here?
well, Tara also says I only voted against the monsters because I'm Team Mel all the way. LOL.
Yeah, see, that's why I put Team Mel first and Rob. So like you had to vote for that one if you like Mel. So
Thanks, Tara.
that's the only way I would get the vote. So
Oh, Michael says I want to roll like Mel when I grow up. I don't know. Some games not so good.
no.
Can't say that for everyone.
No.
But I do have lucky dice rolls. Okay, so I sent Maria to the camp, which
Oh,
is
you
where
get a
she wanted to
card?
go. So I'm going to get a card.
You get a perk card and you got hurry. Move each hero up to 2 spaces. It's gonna be played during any hero phase.
Okay, don't want to do that yet. Action. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. We can like,
Action 2, I'm thinking I'm going to actually move here. Action 3, I'm going to grab or not grab, I'm going to guide Lucy. And then action 4, we're moving there. She's trying to get to the mansion. So next turn I can just, unless I just use this. Do you want to be somewhere else? No, you don't want to be somewhere else. But if I move,
like, trade it in basically another hero card out of it.
yeah. And then she's safe. I'm here. And my goal is to get down here.
I don't need to move though.
You don't need to move. Okay, let's just move both of us here. And I'll stop.
Save it for a time when the monsters are like on us, so
Yeah.
we can like, or we can rush to like defeat one or something before it gets to us. We can get to it.
Yes, very true. Okay, that's in my turn. I'll draw a monster card.
Monster card, 2 items, please. And it's a Dracula card, which we're not playing with, so we ignore the center part of the card.
Okay, we're gonna get it
What
2
items do we get
yellow,
today?
2 yellow at the docks,
Okay.
and we're gonna get a 3 yellow at the Abbey. Right here. Okay.
Then the mummy will move 1 towards the nearest.
Well, I think it's coming right here.
And no one to attack. Frankenstein's bride's on it. The invisible man will move 1 to the nearest and try to attack. There's only one way it can
Okay,
go.
they're together here. That's awesome.
All
Yeah, I should
right,
have
my
done that.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you're going back to scarabs?
Yeah. So I will.
Get that 2 in there. How do I do that?
I'll spend a 4 yellow as my first action. So if you want to move 4 more spaces,
I need to move the 6 out of here.
do whatever you gotta do.
So
Mel.
I
Take
think
your
I
time,
need
no rush.
to.
I'll take this time to hydrate my throat.
That 4 is probably a bad idea to put that in there. If I move 5 up.
Billy, you can play this
down.
game solo. Go pull it out. It's Halloween time. It's October. Go
Tried
pull
to
it
do
out.
that a couple
Get in the
times, I
theme.
think.
Play solo.
All right, let's
you
get
don't
this.
even need to get a group together to play it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was 4.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm doing sufficiently.
Probably not, but
Then
I
gotta
put
do
it on that side of the board,
1,
unfortunately,
2.
because I tried to put the monsters in frenzy order
Cool.
across the top, but I obviously made a mistake. I should put it in front of me. I'm just kidding. 3 more.
Well, I think also the way that this was set up.
3
is-
more. Do it.
Well, we got to do 1, 2, 3, 4. No. How do I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that's going to go that way. Yeah, I think we just got to kind of like rotate that. Okay, so 1.
You basically have to keep just moving one to the
2,
center and then
3.
moving it out. Like,
yeah, but I have to get these because they were so far.
I know.
Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. That was 3.
Okay. Then I'm going to just pick up this. Yeah, I'm gonna run out. Maybe I should just not leave that there.
There's some good items up here too.
Yeah, but I will just move. Oh yeah, the invisible man can jump to where the most items are. I gotta be careful. But we spawn items right before that, so there's a chance it won't come and get me. But if I have to lose...
Hopefully the invisible man and mummy doesn't move and it's the wolf man.
Oh yeah, there are nice yellow items.
Yeah,
I didn't even
there's
see
also
the
here, so...
No, but the highest amount. Like I go there, I get 7 points worth of yellow, which is good for this. If I go here, I only get 4 points worth of yellow.
I need to do 1, 2...
And I can protect that villager at the camp. I'm coming for you, Maleva.
4...
We'll just go up here. All right.
And you can just pick her up and take her wherever she needs to go as well.
Is that right? No, I don't know about place.
Oh, place is not...
Does that work?
You can't just pick up the hero?
I don't know if placing you lets you bring a villager with you. I don't think that's how that works.
Oh. I don't remember reading that it didn't, but
Sure.
maybe it did. Oh, maybe there was a clarification at the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to. Looking at the back. Who am I? I am the explorer.
Placing does not pick up the person or monster indicated and place them in the specified field. Pick up does not. Period.
Yeah. Moving requires following paths, adjacent paths. Placing does not. Yeah, you just pick up the person or monster indicated and place them in a specified location.
Okay, so you can't do that. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't bring them.
I feel like that would be broken. Then you could just jump around and put everybody where they need to go.
Yeah, placing is different.
Okay, that's too bad. Monster card for you?
Yep. 2 items.
2 items.
And the Wolfman says the hunt is on.
3 at the dock.
If no hero has the hunted emblem, give it to the current player, which is me. Move the Wolfman 3 spaces towards the hero with the hunted emblem.
There's a church.
So the explorer is now hunted. The Wolfman wants to move 1, 2, 3 spaces towards the hunted emblem.
Right.
Okay.
Oh no.
And then the frenzy monster, which is the mummy, is the only one we have in play. We'll move 1.
Uh-oh.
Which is here. And it's going to roll 2 dice.
Oh, yes.
Blanks.
Yes.
So this is a game where my blank rolling, works out because we're rolling it for the bad guy. But the dice gods don't seem to know that yet. So we'll keep going with it. All right.
Okay. My turn.
I'm now hunted by the Wolfman. So when the Wolfman gets its card popping up again, it's coming after me for the rest of the game. I don't think I can trade this away or anything. So it's coming for me.
Yeah, I think you have it till the end of the game.
Yep. I'm the hunted.
Okay. Okay.
But hopefully the hunted can become the hunter. Get the Wolfman.
All right. Action 1. We're going to move to the mansion.
Yay, Lucy's gone.
That is where Lucy wants to go.
And you just got yourself a rush card. Move a hero up to 4 spaces. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, that is very good. Action 2.
I should probably do it like this. And you can
Oh, yeah. I can move up higher even. Sorry.
Yeah, do whatever.
Action 2. I could pick those up. Then I can move 1, 2, 3. Then I still have 2 actions to do that twice. I think I do that. Okay, so then I'm going to pick up these items just as backup items that I can throw away if I need. Then I'm actually going to throw away, cash in this rush.
Well, not completely throw away. The mansion could be put at the precinct. That's something we need.
I mean, if I get bitten.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move a hero up to 4 spaces. I'll pass that and cash that in and move 1, 2, 3. I still have 2 actions because I've only moved.
Yep, this is not an
action. Picked up. That's not an action.
Using a perk card does not waste an action point at all. It's all free.
So I'll spend 2 third action, to place on there.
So we got our first antidote, ingredients, whatever, for the cure for the Wolfman.
Okay, and then I will place that one for my 4th action.
And we need 4 more on here, so we need another 1, 2, and 3 powered blue, and a 3 powered blue, and then you would get, or whoever plays the last one gets that.
I have a 3 in my possession, and on this space is another 1 and 2, so I really just need another 3.
And we don't have one yet.
Have one.
Yeah, no.
No, I only have 1. Yeah, so I'm hoping.
Wait.
Also, maybe you would be able to get it after
Yeah,
if
and
it
then come
pops
to
up
you
somewhere
and
and
pop it or trade it or whatever.
Exactly. Okay.
But then we need 6+ red to take him out on his space. So that's also another thing to keep in mind.
Yeah. Which I maybe can go.
But I don't think he ever
them.
like undoes anything on his, like some of the monsters do. Like this one messes with this.
Yeah.
This guy I don't think messes with any of this stuff. He just comes and tries to bite people. And the Invisible Man doesn't undo anything from the evidence. He just tries to kill villagers. But
okay. So it's my turn, monster.
Monster. 2 items. Come on, draw 3 blue.
Yeah, 3 blue in the laboratory would be nice. 3 blue at the camp. Oh, where you are. Oh, that's good.
Nice. That's lucky.
And a 4 red at the barn. Here. Okay.
All right. So we're not playing with Frankenstein the Bride, so we ignore the card, the main part. We're not playing with the monster. The Wolf Man, though, will move 2 towards the nearest, and we'll roll 1 blue die.
That's coming to you.
Okay. So roll, or 1 attack die, sorry. It's a hit.
Oh, it's a hit.
It's a hit. And it's hitting me. I will just lose the pitchfork to the discard pile, so I don't die. I don't want to leave that space yet. But then the Invisible Man, unfortunately, is going to move 2 spaces to the nearest.
1, 2. He's in there as well.
And he's rolling 1 die, so I might lose my other item here, but at least I'm good right now.
Oh, no.
Nope. This just makes the Invisible Man move 2 spaces towards the closest villager, but it's already in space with the villager, but it doesn't make it attack or anything. It just kind of makes us stress more that he's stalking villagers.
Yeah. Okay.
Which could mean he kills them more. Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
All right, I'll start by picking up all these items in the space.
We just lose the villager?
Yeah, because the best I can do is like push it away, but it's into the Wolfman. I push it to the cave, but again, it's the closest thing to both of them up there.
Yeah, I think we're just going to lose that villager, which might not be terrible, and just worry about the objectives.
Yeah, then I'm going to move down to here, right?
It's up to you. Yeah, we can do that, or if you want to keep working on this.
I think we're now the wolf. I think the Wolfman's line of sight, I trust more than what you're doing over here. But yeah, I like where you're going.
I have 1 in the space.
And this guy's also needs the 9+ reds, which I just lost that little combo I had, so we're further away from the defeat.
And this guy only needs 6, and if we trade, we definitely have enough.
Also, I'm a little biased to wanting the Wolfman dead now. Yeah, so
okay. He's on your back.
So I picked up, I moved, I have 1 action left.
Oh, so then no, you do it.
So that 1 action will be just to place one of these here.
Okay, then I can do it all on my turn. That's great.
All right, done. Monster card. We need 2 more items. Oh no, yeah, they're both going to go again. They're probably going to kill that villager.
At the precinct, 6. That's a good one. And then 4 yellow at the museum. Okay. All
right, so now the Wolfman is going to move to an attack. There's already a villager in the Wolfman space up here at the camp, so it'll just roll 1 die. It hits. The villager's dead, so 1 on the terror track.
Okay.
And now we do the Invisible Man wants to move 2 to the closest, which is no longer a villager there. So
I think it's the same, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, this way.
Closer. The mansion, okay. And that's that.
All right, my turn. I will pick up these items for action 1, and then action 2, 3, 4, I will place them.
Brian, we think, I assume placing a character is not the same as moving, so I don't think you can take a villager with you when you do a placing effect. Like, because it says in the, I don't know if it clears it up here, but. Clarifications, terms, moving, requires falling past to adjacent spaces. Placing does not. Pick up the person or monster indicated and place them at the specified location. So I don't know.
And it even says like a person refers to.
I don't know if it's here. Okay, let's go to the move, which is probably up here somewhere. I don't think you can take them with you.
Yeah, James also says that's correct. You can't jump with villagers.
Yeah, so the move action, move your hero along a lit path to adjacent space. You cannot move to water spaces or use rivers. In addition, you may take any villagers in your hero space with you when you move.
Yeah, and we're not doing a move there.
Yeah, we're not doing the move action. I'm using a special action. which is different than a move. So I feel like you can't. I'm sure if I just Googled it, we'd find the answer, but I'm going to say no.
I feel like it would be broken.
Yeah,
if
James is saying that too. Yeah, the field really busted if I could just jump around the board going, grab a villager, deliver, grab a villager, deliver. That doesn't seem like fun and like, you know, that seems broken.
So I use my first action to pick up items, and I'm going to spend action 2, 3, and 4 to place all of those.
Boom, boom, boom. And then magic and science go together to get us our antidote.
Woo, okay.
So you now officially possess the antidote, which if you have the antidote and you have at least 6+ of red items you can discard, you can officially get the Wolfman poisoned or cured and then stab him and shoot him to death, I guess is what's happening there. I don't know why you need the red items.
I need to be in his space, and I need to I only have 3, so I need to find 3 more red worth of items. So I can potentially pick something up. I could trade with Rob, who has a 5 red, or I can try to make my way up to the precinct and pick up some of those items. I mean, that's like an efficient play, is to just do 1 6 item.
Yeah, there's tons of items here, but I'd be careful. Make sure you can pick them up because the blue, the invisible man can just jump to most items.
Yeah.
So like I'm thinking of jumping there and just grabbing them.
Now here's the other option. I do have a move each hero 2 spaces. So I could move you closer to something, but if you can just jump, like I could move us both and like 1, 2.
One of us can go
1,
here
2, 3
to work on this. Like you do have a 3. There is 7 worth there. So one of us can go here to work on this some more.
I could also trade this to you on your turn if you take this from me and you be the guy that tries to go get him, because you can also jump on him.
Yeah,
so you could go pick up another item and then jump on him on the next turn, wherever he is, and I'll go to this and start trying to work on this.
But we need, how much? We need 6+?
Yeah.
But I can get that just by going here and get a 6, no problem.
And then you have some backup items as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to trade it to me.
I don't have any more actions at this point. It's just about if we wanted to move, but if we're good with where we are.
I think I'm fine, but.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so then that is my turn done.
0 item, sorry, 0. Reincarnated soul. Uh-oh. If no hero has a soul sign, give it to the current player, which is Mel's courier.
But
move the hero with the soul sign 3 spaces towards the mummy.
Oh, so it's pulling you. Oh, the mummy.
You're the current player.
Oh, that's the mummy, not the, yep.
You're the current player, so you just got the mummy soul sign, which is similar to this one, except for instead of it hunting you, you're pulled towards it.
Okay, which is not bad, because I do want to move that way.
3 spaces towards the mummy.
1, 2, 3, ah!
But, dun, 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 the Wolfman's going to move 1 and roll 2 dice. Nobody's there. Dracula's not here. The Invisible Man, though, is going to just attack you with 2 dice. And it gets a monster effect and a hit.
Okay, so I'm trying to save yellow, so I will throw this red away to block the hit.
And then the monster ability is every person in the Wolfman's space is hit. So you have to throw away another one.
Oh, no, sorry, Invisible Man.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
Invisible Man, my bad.
Nope.
Move the Invisible Man 2 spaces towards close villager. I don't know what order you have to do this stuff in.
There is no villager, so I don't think that doesn't matter anyways.
Oh, yeah, because it would want to move, but there's already someone in this space, so it stops moving anyway, I think, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Let's not make it more complicated than it needs to be.
Okay.
Sorry, I got confused there big time. All right.
Now I might be tempted to use this on your turn because I feel a little unsafe.
Yeah, you can get down in here to prepare yourself for start working on the little puzzle in there.
Yeah, but I'll let you see where you're going to go because maybe after you pick up your items,
I'm just doing this. I'm picking up all these.
Yeah.
And
do you want me to trigger this now? Help you move farther?
I don't know. I can move to wherever I want.
True.
So I just want to be away from monsters is really all I want to do right now.
You want to be in the Wolfman space to defeat him, no?
Not without the antidote I don't.
Oh, right.
You ran away. You fell in love with the mummy.
He pulled me. I didn't want to.
You fell in love with the mummy. You left me. You left me for a mummy.
Sorry. Okay.
All right. Then I will. Like I want to go to that precinct, but then that's the most item location on the board. I won't be able to pick them up. And I'll be right near the Wolfman and the Mummy and kind of the Invisible Man.
You only have 1 more action?
Yeah. So I just want to jump somewhere, I think. Maybe I'll just gain a
Okay,
dollar.
hold on.
Oh, no, wait,
I'm gonna trigger I'm gonna
I'll
trigger
just gain a
this.
dollar. I'll just focus a skill. Oh wait, different game. Never mind.
So move each hero up to 2 spaces. You can choose to not move
No,
it.
but why?
I want to move out of this. I don't want to get attacked. I only have
Oh,
one.
you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyways for myself. Whether you want to join or not
But I
is up
can't
to
even
you.
move to somewhere to grab. Oh wait, we need barn. We don't have barn. Oh, I do have a barn item. Just move there.
You don't have to. I'm just triggering it, and you decide if you want to or not.
Yeah, whatever.
1, 2. I'm gonna go here, and you decide if you want to move.
But I could move somewhere first, and then you move me, but that doesn't make sense either.
Right.
And if you could have moved me 2 spaces, I could pick up something. It would have been amazing, but that's okay. And there's no villagers to protect.
No.
So I am just going to go. Oh, let's go to your space, actually.
Okay.
And then maybe we can trade for that antidote, or so I can then jump on the Wolfman and we can get him
and
off
give
the
me
board.
some of your yellows, and I'll work on the puzzle. Stay here, and you go try
absolutely.
to fight the guy. Okay, that sounds like a good plan.
All right, done. Monster card.
Yep.
3 items on the move.
Okay, we got a red at the mansion. 3. We got a 2 yellow at the church. And we got a 3 blue at the institute. Okay.
All right, so this is on the move. It's a frenzy card. Move the frenzy marker to the next monster. So it's in order. So the next one is the 5 frenzy of the Wolfman. So now the Wolfman is going to activate even more.
We gotta kill him.
And then move each villager 1 space towards their safe location.
Oh,
But
there's
there's
none.
no villagers. Then the frenzy monster is the only one that's going to activate on this card and move 3. Oh, they do have a 3 move.
1, 2, 3. Oh, he's gonna get us. Oh, but that might
And
be
then attack
better
for 2.
because he's in our space. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, now it's going to roll 2 dice.
Yeah. And he's attacking you.
Who's the target? Current player decides. Who's just took their turn? Me? I decide it's going to attack.
Well, this doesn't have anything to do with it.
Nope.
Please be you.
The one person holding 1 item or the person holding 100 items?
I don't want to go to the
I'll
hospital.
take the hit. I'll take the hit.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's going to bite everyone in the
anyways.
space.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's going to bite everyone in the space and also hit me for 1.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, for the bite, I'll discard that.
I'll just discard a 2.
And then, what about the hit?
Oh yeah, the bite hits
The bite
everyone
and
too.
the hit, yeah.
Let's just get rid of another 2 yellow.
Okay.
All right. Okay, your turn, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so first things first, would you like to do a trade with me? I will give you this.
Yes.
You want to pass me some of your
Yeah,
yellows?
you can take the yellows.
Okay. That was action 1. Maybe I'll do this because I should pick those up though, and at least have 1.
Yes, you have items.
So let's pick up for action 2.
Mhm.
Then I have
You have
two actions to do the puzzle. So let's spend a 4.
Yeah.
And I needed to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 again. I have to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. And then those are almost ready. I just need to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
3
4
items. 3 items.
3
please.
items.
And then we need Wilbur and Chick in the shop.
Wilbur and Chick in the shop. We got, we got a 4 red at the Institute.
Okay.
We got a 2 blue at the Institute. And we got a 3 yellow at the mansion.
All right. And then, so we have a villager again on the board. So let's keep an eye on that guy. No Frankenstein, no Frankenstein's bride, but the frenzy monster is moving 1.
He's
So
already in our space.
Wolfman, yeah, and he's gonna roll 3 dice.
Oh my gosh. I'll take it because I want you to kill him. And you have what you need to kill him.
Yes.
So I'll take it.
Yes. That makes sense.
I'll
Yeah,
take it.
because if I get hit, then I'll just drop like a bunch of items.
Sucks. I only need 4 more
I know.
on
we're
here,
basically-
but it's okay. It's
but
okay
there
because we can
is
go
yellow.
here.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
yellow for the mummy
It's
still.
okay.
All blanks.
Oh, 1 hit.
Only
okay, so
one.
I only have to
Only
lose
one
1.
hit.
So I'll lose 1, 3, which kind of sucks because I need 4, but that's okay.
Let's just want to go to the hospital
Nope.
and then lose that frenzy, no?
Nope.
Okay.
So something could drop there.
My turn. I'm going to spend 6 plus and the antidote. I have it. The Wolfman's in our space. Got rid of them. Boom. Get off the board. Get out of here.
I'll take your
So
token.
these all go back to the discard pile too, which is kind of nice, just to get them cycling through the game. The frenzy is going to move to the next one.
1 monster down.
Get that one out of here.
Okay. Gotta get this invisible man because
Let's throw that. Yeah, whatever.
put it away after.
And then this doesn't matter anymore. So I killed my secret admirer.
Oh.
Not being hunted anymore. Okay. Let's get him. That was first action, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a defeat action. Now I kind of want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Where do they want to go? The Wilbur and Chick want to go to the dungeon.
I mean, you could start taking them there if you jump to them and then start moving them along.
True.
We'll get a card. Right now, we don't have any perk
I
cards.
have like no items. I'm gonna jump down to the Institute actually.
Pick up.
Scoop up all this.
Yeah.
And just stay there for a bit.
Okay.
All right, monster. 2 items.
2 items. Yellow 3 at the Abbey.
Oh no. He's gonna get rid of all the precinct stuff.
And a 2 blue at the laboratory.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Then we're gonna place the invisible man at the place with the most items, right? That's the only place with 3.
Yeah, because you just...
And then unfortunately he
it's gonna pick
discards
up our
12 points worth of
red.
reds are discarded.
Oh, yeah.
I should have left all these lower level ones down here that we didn't need as much.
But it's okay because
I just got greedy.
You have 9, so I think we can do this very, very, very soon.
No, but strategically, I should have went to the precinct, grabbed those, and then you went all the way down here, which we don't care. And
but we did need Institute and stuff for that.
Yeah, true.
So.
Okay, Mummy wants to move 1. Where's the nearest?
Yep, that's that way.
And then the rest aren't in the game. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, pick up 1. Let's do this and see if I'm right, because maybe.
Yeah, you might be able to get it like almost there.
I think I'll need 1 more movement. I think. So if I spend. Yeah, if I spend this 3. 1, 2, 3. I need literally 1 more move.
1 more, then we need 9 plus res while it's in that state. But I don't think we've seen any, or the Mummy hasn't. As long as the Mummy doesn't attack anyone and have to roll dice, as long as he's not rolling exclamation points, it won't mess with your little puzzle, and we would be good.
But if we flip them over, we're flipping them over in the right spot, so at least we just have to then flip them back over.
But it still takes yellow points to do that, and you have to have the yellows, you have to be at the spot. It's just actions wasted.
Okay, so then I'm going to move action 2, I'll move, action 3, I'll move, and 4, I'll pick up. And then 1, 2, and I can do it next turn, hopefully.
3 items, please. And then we're going to place Fritz at the tower.
Fritz at the tower. Somewhere up here, I thought. Right here. Okay, so 1 item is 2 blue at the tower. Sorry. 3 blue at the tower. And 2 yellow at the church. Oh, man.
And Pinktail Floyd says, played 2 games of Horrified with friends last night. Now watching you while doing a solo run of Too Many Bones. Because you sucked me into that one. Yes. Sorry, not sorry.
That's awesome.
Awesome. That sounds like a great day.
Yeah, a great weekend.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, yeah, great weekend. Like yesterday and today. Yeah, good days. Wow, nice. Nice. Okay. So Prince is at the tower. Then we're not playing with Frankenstein, but the Invisible Man, who's our frenzy monster, wants to move 1.
Okay, so just gonna move down.
But then no one's there, so we will not roll any dice. Okay, what am I doing
Your
now?
turn.
We're trying to finish off the Mummy. But the Mummy needs... I do have 9, actually. I have the reds to take out the Mummy.
You just need...
And the Mummy, we need to be in a space to do that?
Well, we need 1 more yellow.
I understand that, but I'm just asking about when we're allowed to do the defeat action. Will I be able to defeat the Mummy? Yes. I just have to jump on him, so that won't be till next time.
Yep.
Unless somehow I got a yellow one in there, solved it, and then jumped on him, but only 3 actions, so that's her limitation. Okay, so in that case, I want to start collecting evidence here that this jerk face is hanging out in the parking lot of the precinct over here.
I know.
Keeping me away from it. But I might just jump up to the barn or maybe go to this guy and try to keep him safe. Because remember, this guy's ability might move him 2 towards a villager. Then he might activate soon, and then...
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just go play Protector.
Do you... While you do that, do you maybe take him to the dungeon? Like, if you move to him, and then you move... Then 2, 3... Oh, you're standing right there.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's a bad spot.
Like, he's kind like a little dangerous.
I'm thinking that once I take care of this with the yellow, I can start trying to take him up that way and start collecting.
I do have items to protect them, so...
Yeah, but...
Yeah, let me try that. Let me go just appear here. What's 1 action? 2 and 3. I'll just Yeah, I'll just say I'm gonna stand in front of them and protect them against the Invisible Man.
Yeah, because then you can move in next turn.
Yeah.
Guide.
Because I know
then...
I know I need to. Oh, I have a barn item, but I'm gonna lose it probably to killing the guy. So we need another barn item. We need barn, institute, which I have a whole bunch of institute. We need laboratory, mansion, and inn.
Okay.
But I was thinking if we're getting rid of other monsters, then it's gonna create so much breathing room. We'll be able to do this guy no problem.
Yeah.
It just might take some running around, but hopefully it's before there's a bunch of villagers and we got to keep them protected. Okay, monster cart. 2 items, please. We're not playing with Dracula, so we can ignore that.
4 at the church, yellow, and a 5 red at the barn.
Glad I didn't jump to the barn. All right. The mummy, who is still here, moves 1 towards the nearest. Okay, no dice to roll because no one's in a space. Then the invisible man moves 1 to the nearest. Son of a...
How many dice?
Rolls 2.
Okay.
He's attacking me because he targets heroes over villagers.
Oh.
Okay. So he is just going to roll 2 dice against me, which is fine. I have extra items, so I was okay for this. That's why I went there.
You just rolled it.
Oh, yeah, it was one damage.
It was 1 damage and 1 exclamation. No, that's okay.
I started reading this, going like, does that happen now? And then I forgot what I did. Yeah. Woo, brain part.
And the exclamation, he's already with a villager, right? So nothing happens there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Your turn.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I pick these up? Sorry, I need to... If I pick those up, that's 1, 2, 3, and I have 1 action. I think that's more than enough. I need the backup. So let's pick these up. It's action 1, 2, 3, and then I'll just spend the 2 because I only need 1 movement. And I'll move that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Boom. So now, the way it stands, the mummy could be killed now.
Okay.
You just need to be in the mummy space, discard 9+ strength of red items, and you can take them out with a defeat action.
Okay. So that is my turn done.
You used all your actions?
I picked up, move, and trigger that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm done.
All right. 2 items.
2 items. 3 yellow at the museum. Okay. And a 4 red at the shop. Where's the shop?
And the Wolfman card, but now the Wolfman's dead. So if you kill 1 monster early enough in the game, you kind of negate a bunch of cards later, which is nice. We're not playing with the mummy or the creature. We're not playing with Dracula, but the frenzy monster, which is the wolf, or which is the invisible man. Sorry, is the invisible man, is moving 1, and then would roll 2 dice.
Here, let me try. Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, what am I doing? I'm not putting cards.
Oh, just 1 hit. Sorry.
1 hit?
1 hit.
No problem. I still have 1 institute. I need to save that institute at the precinct.
Okay.
Because there hasn't been another institute yet.
All right.
My turn?
Your turn. Now, do you jump to the mummy? Or do you try to save Wilbur and Chick?
I think I just worry about these guys.
1, 2.
So I could just move and guide Wilbur and Chick. Because who knows what kind of awesome card I get from here that could help us.
That's true.
So Wilbur and Chick will leave. Okay. 1 less terror to worry about. I'll get a cool card. The Show of Force. Choose 1. Place the creature in any space or move any monster up to 3 spaces.
Oh, there you go.
So that could get the invisible man away from the villager.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
What?
I was going to say, could you get the mummy?
I just jump to him.
I know, but I thought could it get the mummy to you and you do it there so you're still protecting the guy? But you could just move the invisible man away from you.
Yeah. I think I will do... So what did I do? I did a move
and a guide.
Guided.
You just pick up?
Either pick up or... Yeah, I'll just pick up. I'll just pick up.
And now do you move
and
that
yeah,
guy?
I'm going to move the... just so he's not hitting me multiple times like on my turn right now and then your turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to move him... let's move him 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And then draw 3 items. And then we're going to get another villager to stress about.
1 at the laboratory. 1 at the institute, blue. And 6 red at the barn. Oh, the barn's looking juicy.
Nice.
And then who do we have?
Placing Professor Pearson at the cave.
Professor Pearson at the cave.
Up there.
Okay.
And where's he want to go? The
museum? He wants to go to museum.
Down here.
Okay.
And then the mummy is going to move 2 and roll 2 dice. Mummy.
Oh, mummy is me. Okay, roll 2 dice.
Yes, you are a mummy. All right. That we know.
1. So I will
drop
just
an item.
walk it
Then the
back.
frenzy is this guy. Unfortunately, is going to move 2, and he's going to automatically
eat our
kill
villager.
a villager just like that. Bad luck there. Bad luck
That's
on those
fine.
pulls.
That's okay.
Villager is dead.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
All right, your turn.
Oh,
I think.
yeah, you just went and did that. It's my
Yeah,
turn. You're right.
Your turn. You're the current player. Go.
I'm the current player, so I can't do anything with that. I need to get, if I'm going to trigger this, I need 6 red, but I don't think that's
I would just get away from him. Go get.
So I need to get a
I start working on.
mansion?
Yeah, we need.
You have Institute?
Well, even if don't worry about what I have so much, but like.
I know, I just want to stop at the right places.
So I have barn, but I will probably use the barn to
Yeah, but you're also
kill
close.
the
Barn,
mummy.
and so I'll try to get things on this side, I think.
So Institute I have 2 of, but I'll lose 1 of them for fighting the mummy. But I have 1 technically. There is 1 now on the board, so in case we need 1. The laboratory is here. I don't have any. You don't have any.
Okay.
So that's needed. The mansion.
Mansion.
I don't have any. You
Mansion
don't have
I can
any.
grab on the way.
Yep. And then the inn, which
The
is
inn
up here
there.
right
Okay,
near the
so I'll just
precinct.
try to grab like these ones, and then you try to grab that one, and we'll meet up there. Okay, so I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, and I'll pick these up. And then I'll come back along up that way, I think. If you lose this one, I'll grab this one.
Oh, I could just go down and get it and come back too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just go pick what's missing. All right,
1, 2, 3.
monster.
Yeah.
0.
Oh, 0.
It is the creature who we're not playing with. The Wolfman's gone. Bride of Frankenstein we're not playing with, but the Frenzy monster, this guy wants to move 1 space. Invisible Man's going to the camp.
Okay.
That is
That's
all.
easy. Okay.
All right. I am going to just take out the mummy before.
Oh yeah, we had to roll for the for our friend at the cave. What
Oh,
was...
it doesn't auto kill.
No, because we don't know if.
Oh,
it
that's
hit.
right.
Was
That's
it
right.
this
That's right.
one?
Yeah,
Was it
2
that one?
dice.
2 dice.
In my mind, I was thinking like he kills automatically because we
Yeah.
can't stop it. But you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's
Got him anyway.
Okay. Just
Got him
checking.
anyway.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I totally
Wow.
spaced on that for a second. Yeah.
I haven't explained that's how it works.
I know.
So I
And
totally forgot.
Yeah. No. That's okay. That's okay.
Ooh, I'm deep in it here. Deep in it.
Roughly how many cards are left in the monster deck? Kevin wants to know.
No, I can give you exactly. We don't need to be roughly here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 turns. 14, I guess, left in the game.
Okay.
Because it's not until you go to draw and there's nothing there. So 14 turns left to eliminate these fools.
Okay.
So
I think we can do it.
I think so too. I feel pretty good right now. We're getting kind
Especially-
of good. We've had the items come out kind of in a good way. Sometimes the game can screw you with items. You sometimes have to throw some way to survive, and then you don't see the ones you need for a while. And you're like, if you ever can't feel like you're getting things done on your turn, but I feel like pretty much we've always had mainly can do things towards our goals on our turns instead of just wasting actions too much. But okay, I am going to just jump 1 action with my special action. I will then do the defeat action and spend 9 plus powered reds
Okay.
to defeat the mummy. Pew!
Oh, I got him. Either that
And
over
the mummy's
there.
gone.
All right, so we've defeated our second monster.
And you're no longer.
I'm no longer whatever
You're
that
no
was.
longer possessed, possessed
in love
by
with the
it.
mummy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was jelly. Got rid of the
I
mummy.
know. I'm sorry.
But that means our invisible man is the only monster, and it's the frenzy. So this guy's gonna be like activating, like
Okay, but at least we only have now 1 more goal, and we're focused on that 1 goal.
We haven't even started the working on this guy, but
Well, I think we have a couple things. I have laboratory. You have
we
something.
need
Yeah.
museum. We don't need museum.
No, but I'm gonna grab the mansion on the way back. But we need this. But
Oh,
I
no,
can...
I have it.
Oh, you have that. Okay. So the towers
the
are
inn.
your throwaways.
I'm gonna go to the inn and just end my turn there, which should be far enough away from him, I think.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, depends on
Done.
who's 3. Okay.
Monster card.
3.
3 items, please.
Red 6 at the shop. Oh, okay. I might pick those up on my way for sure. A blue 1 at the Institute. And a graveyard 2 red.
All right, we need Dr. Cranley, another innocent bystander. Well, maybe innocent. I don't know. He's a villager. Doesn't mean he's innocent.
He's going to go to the laboratory.
At the laboratory.
He wants to go to the precinct. So I'm going to just bring him with me because that's where I want to go as well.
Oh, okay.
Convenient. But then the game will be over by then.
Well, you still have to kill him. We still need 9 plus reds to defeat him once we
I know.
get all that done.
Look at this.
I know, but that's
Right
still
beside me.
actions, picking
I know.
things up. And he's going to eventually, we're the only people on the board now. He's coming after us. Like,
I know.
there's nobody in the middle. So the Invisible Man is going to go, and the Frenzy's going to go. So
He's
this guy's
gonna
going
go
to move
twice.
too. 1, 2, because I think I'm the closest.
Yeah, I think so.
And he,
1,
yep.
2, yeah.
Okay, done. Your
That
turn.
was you. Okay, so I don't need to pick these up, you're saying, so I don't need to go backwards.
Well, unless he comes at me and I have to toss them. I do have 2 things to throw away.
I think I'm going to leave them. If you need to, you can jump down, and I'll start making my way back this way and grab.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to go action 1. I do want to pick these up.
Yep, absolutely.
For action 2, 3, and 4. I'll pick those up and...
Monster card, 2 items, please.
2 items. All right, we got theater, we got red, 5, and in 2 red.
Janet's asking, can you activate your special ability more than once per turn? Yes, you can do any of these actions on here as many times you want, in any order. It doesn't matter. So I could literally spend 3 action points or 4 action points if I had 4 action points to do my special action 4 times if I wanted. There's no limit on that I know of. And yeah, so you could do the share action that many times, pick up, guide. Yeah, there's no limit on the actions like that, I don't think.
I haven't even used my ability to jump in the same space as you, but...
Oh, it even says right here, actually. Official, I have it right on the screen. I look over and it's like still up there from when we were looking up that other rule. But right here. Just like other actions, special actions count as one of the total number of actions for your turn and can be taken multiple times. And when you put stuff like this in the rules, that means they actually play tested and wrote the rules with the play testers to see what questions came up a lot. And that is a question that will come up a lot. And they put it right in there in the damn action the first time you read about special actions. This is the kind of stuff you see in rule books that you're like, I know they thought, like they took time to actually try to cover as much as they could in the first printing of the rule book. And yeah, that's great. Reading enough rule books, you just know, you can tell when like a rule book's just whipped together at the end or designed early and they don't really like update it, and you know, they just want to get it to the printer kind of idea. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but
yeah, because this is the question you'd have after playing the game of, can I do this?
Or during the game, or your first turn of the game, or like,
wait, can I do this twice?
I can go to any space. Can I do that more than once? That seems broken. Yeah. But yeah, you can. You're just wasting your only 3 actions and maybe not getting other things done. So we're not playing with the Wolfman anymore. It's dead. Creature, Dracula note, but the Frenzy is moving 1.
I think you're still closer, unfortunately.
And it's going to roll 2 dice. Oh no! He's coming to kill me!
Just
1 hit. I'll just throw away a 2 blue tower.
Yeah, we don't need the towers, I don't think, for anything.
I still have a tower and an institute.
Oh, these churches, I'm going to put at the bottom because these churches are my throwaway. If I get bitten.
Whose turn now? Mine?
Yours.
All right, I'll pick up. Gonna get 2 in items. We need 1. I get some evidence. Gotta go rat this guy out of the police station. I'm gonna move to the police station, the precinct, and then I'm gonna spend my last action just to. I guess I'll do the institute since the one I have.
Yeah, the one we. Yeah.
And it's further away, kind of. But so I just found some evidence. Hey, coppers! I got some evidence on this. You know, these walking clothes that are killing people. And here's what I found. So then I will draw a monster card. 0 items. The mummy is gone, so we don't do this part. The Wolfman's gone. Dracula's gone, or not here. He's back in the box. I never came out today. He's still sleeping. And then the Invisible Man's moving 1. No dice to roll because there's no one in his space. Go ahead.
All right. We need mansion, so I'm going to pick up for 1. Now, here's the time I could use my special ability, which could place my hero at the same place as another hero, or I just walk with him. I think I walk with him to get this guy there because we're not going to complete this round anyways.
Yeah, go ahead.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's where he wants to be.
And you get a perk card. Hunter becomes prey. Choose 1. Place the Wolfman in any space or move any monster 3 spaces.
Oh, let's just use this now. Let's move the Invisible Man 3 spaces.
Sure.
Let's go 1, 2, 3. He's probably just going to move up fast anyways, but at least that gives us some time to move around up there.
Your turn.
No, I just went. Card.
Card, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Woo! No items. Dracula's not here. Invisible Man wants to move 1. Invisible Man is the Frenzy. He wants to move 1. Nobody to attack.
That's good. So he would have attacked us twice.
Okay, my turn. I'll spend an action. Which one of these is evidence I found at the inn for the Invisible Man? Do we think it's the garlic I smelt on his breath?
Well, the dart might be hard to hit him with.
The dart I would need to hit him with.
No, it might be hard to hit him with.
But I think we might need to hit him with it because he needs the reds to take him out. So obviously that's the answer. So the garlic I found, it had a bite out of it. And so it had a bite. I feel like the Invisible Man left that bite. I have some DNA on it because, you know, this time they'd be doing DNA forensic testing, so we'll get them. All right, that's one action. We still need barn. Oh, I didn't get the barn.
Yeah, you were going to jump to the barn.
Yeah. Let me jump to the barn and scoop up the barn so it's not the most items on the board, so you'll actually go to one of these 3 spaces which the current player can choose unless more items appear somewhere else and mess with that. So pick that stuff up. Done.
Okay.
Then I will ask you to place 2 more items.
Blue 3 at the laboratory and 2 red at the theater, which was somewhere over here. Theater. Oh, it's over here. Never mind.
Then place the Invisible Man at the location with the most items. Discard all items there.
So let's say the Institute.
No.
Oh, great. You already placed
it.
And we don't want it to be red items, just in case.
Is it? Yeah, it's probably about the same amount of space.
Yeah, let's discard those. We don't need those.
He's down in the Institute.
Yeah.
He's going mental down there. And then we have the Mummy's not here anymore. Creature not here. Bride's Frankenstein not here. That's that.
Okay.
Your turn.
My turn. So I will place a mansion.
Okay, that's one.
A yellow, just in case.
Yeah. Keep the reds.
I will place a laboratory.
It can be yellow, red, or blue. It doesn't matter the color. Laboratory.
Yep.
But obviously you need 9 plus red to defeat them, so that makes sense.
Do you have
a barn?
I don't have a barn. You have the barn.
What? I got the barn? Who got a barn?
Okay, so then I have 2 more actions. Let's move and try to get this guy to...
He may be invisible, but I smell him a mile away. Yes. That garlic breath.
Once we have it, we want to move into a space,
Yeah,
right?
you got to be in the space to defeat him with 9 plus. I think I have 9 plus reds.
2. Let me stop at the theater.
I think I have 17 red.
I also have 13 red, and I'm on a space with 10 red. So I'm going to start coming down this way. So once you have done that, if you don't have enough actions, hopefully I can meet up with him.
3 items.
We have a tower 1 blue. We have a mansion 2 blue, and we have no more in the bag.
So get the discard pile, dump it in the bag, and draw another one.
Okay.
Move to Rob and give him some red. Yeah, I need more red. Give me some more red.
And then a 1 blue institute. Okay, and then we're gonna place
Renfield at the docks over here.
Oh.
And now the frenzy monster will move 2 and roll 2 dice if it can get somebody.
2.
Nope, he's at the shop. My turn.
Get to the precinct.
I found some evidence in the barn. I found he was obviously playing darts. I found somebody's hanging out in the barn playing darts.
That's an inn. That's an inn.
Oh, it's an inn. Sorry, yeah. Barn. I found somebody at the barn playing with fire, trying to burn the barn down. Yes, that makes more sense. Let me do that one. Yeah, sorry, that was not.
That's okay.
I am not.
No, you were just looking at the lowest one. You want to spend your lowest level, your lowest number.
Yeah. All right.
It's okay.
All right. So I will, with my last action, we can now defeat him. We have all the evidence in there, but
yeah.
I
can do it on my. I can do it on my turn.
So what I'll do is keep him there. I'll strategically go to his space so he doesn't move away, and then I have stuff to protect me.
All right.
And if somehow he gets out of our little trap, you can get him, or I can get him by shooting him with a rifle and stabbing him with a pitchfork.
Janet was asking, was that your lowest barn? It was not.
No, it wasn't.
But I think we're okay.
It was the most thematic and funny.
I think it's okay because I have.
These are my other barns, but it's still 9 plus, so it's like I'm okay with it. It's either way. I need a 9, and that was a 5. So whether I paired the 5 with the 6 or the 5 with the 4, whatever, it's all the same. But you're right. You should obviously try to do your lowest to be most efficient. But since we kind of know we got him anyway, and I had multiple choices.
And I think I'm going to kill him on my turn.
I feel like it'd be funnier to shoot him and stab him with a pitchfork. It sounds funnier than burning him alive. And then like I guess I could have traded in the pitchfork for evidence because it sounds kind of funny. He was like doing farming there or something, or maybe that was the weapon he was killing people with. I don't know, but whatever. Anyways, that's where I'll leave it.
Okay, monster card. Let's see what he's going to do.
Oh, monster cards left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the last turn, the 8th turn before you draw. We have 8 turns left, now 7. 2 items.
Blue 1 at the Institute, and 3 red at the docks.
And then the Invisible Man wants to move 2. But
Is
he
that
doesn't
with you?
move. He rolls 1 die.
Oh,
Blank.
yeah.
And whose turn? Your
My turn. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and then I'll do the defeat action.
9 plus reds to
Okay.
defeat him.
I will spend
What are you defeating him with?
10 with a silver cane and a bear trap.
So you trapped him in a bear trap, and then you're beating him to death with a silver cane. You are ruthless.
I am.
You're ruthless.
So spend 10. I want to die. He's dead.
Wait, he disappeared. He went invisible. All right,
We
cool,
did it.
cool. We did it. He's gone. Get out of here. And just like that, we're no longer horrified.
Wow.
Yeah, that's horrified. So fun. So like, I don't know. I love the rule set. It's like clean. They thought a lot of things through. I love the references everywhere on the board. I love teaching this game to non-gamers or new players. I love showing this to fans of like, you know, that like to play horror games or like to play family weightish board games, and show them like kind of a gamer's game, kind of a little bit like, and then it's easier to work them into other games in the hobby. It's a great gateway game, great game to have for your family to play around the table around Halloween, October time, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just great. I feel so good about this purchase, and we're 2 years later after getting it. 2 years and a few months, I guess. We got it in the summer of 2019 at Gen Con early. But yeah, this is one purchase I do not regret. I always love pulling it out at Halloween. I'm glad people are asking for it again this year. And yeah, yeah, definitely next year I think I want to play it more than once though on stream. I don't know if we'll have another chance to play it again, but we can play it on a weeknight
We can play it
again.
on a weeknight.
I want
would
to try
like
the hard.
Yeah, I would like to try it on hard with 4
Yeah.
monsters. Because we did still have time. We probably could have done another monster.
What do you mean? Oh,
Like we
in this one with
we
this
had
many
enough
turns left?
cards, right?
I don't
That's a
know.
lot of turns still.
Yeah, but what are the other monsters? Like if we weren't working on, like, let's say the creature at the Blue Lagoon where you got to move the token. Now we have to spend how many actions to go get those colored tokens, move the boat along, hope he's not moving it back, and then get to him and kill him with more red or whatever.
True.
So it's like, you know, do we have enough actions having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns left? Maybe.
Maybe.
Were we 100%?
I mean, we probably did some things that we didn't need to do
Well,
because
here's the other thing. Hold on. We could have extra actions by leaving a couple of villagers to get eaten, or by purposely getting killed to save ourselves from jumping across the board to get to the hospital. So we did have 1, 2, 3, 4 terror resources left that we definitely could have let a couple villagers die, but also we wouldn't have had those perk cards. So maybe those perk cards helped us do things a little more efficiently. But yeah, we definitely had a buffer there too. So we could have maybe spent some actions dealing with that 4th monster, and maybe would have been okay. But yeah.
yeah.
Fun game. Fun game. Definitely nice to play a game that's a little lower complexity. I would say this after playing a bunch of games that are like 3 point something complexity on BoardGameGeek.com or 4+ complexity on BoardGameGeek.com. I'm reading these 50-page rule books, these, 14-page FAQs and all this stuff, looking up rules while we're playing, trying to keep everything, all these, lots of bookkeeping and upkeep while you're playing the game. And then it's just nice to just chill and play a game like this every now and then. Still fun. Still have to do a lot of thinking, strategizing, working with your team, cooperating, all that stuff. But yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun. It's nice and refreshing to me to play that. But and Heather just says, I just picked this up for a high school group.
Awesome.
Genius.
That's awesome.
Perfect. Perfect.
Bill also says, first game used to get my daughter into board gaming. Great game.
Boom. Yeah,
that's awesome.
We played this with our
daughter.
daughter. Yeah, she was 10 or whatever at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she loved it.
Yep.
Played with us a bunch of times. Played with other family members and stuff. Yeah, great game. Great game. Michael says, this game gives players a chance to win, unlike Arkham Horror, that only gives you the option to lose.
Well, you can win Arkham Horror.
No, you don't win Arkham Horror. You lose less.
Yeah, that's true.
You lose a lot. You lose a little. You lose less. You still lose. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we play Arkham Horror a lot on the channel, different Arkham Horror themed games. It's based on the H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu mythos, if you don't know what we're talking about. But that's what we've been mainly playing through October, trying to play horror-themed games. So we have a lighter Arkham Horror one that's like this, kind of like a cooperative game, but it's very much slapped on theme. I guess this theme's kind of like a little bit slapped on too, right?
I don't know, but it feels like it fits.
It does fit for sure.
Yeah.
But we do have Arkham Horror Final Hour, which you can tell is kind of competing in this kind of space in these kind of games. But yeah, it's okay. It's a good game. Like, it's definitely fine, but it's putting the Arkham Horror license on it doesn't change whether it's good or bad or anything. But yeah, we might play that in a couple weeks, just for a casual weeknight playthrough of that game. You can probably find that game cheap now because that also came out in 2019. But
same year,
nobody's
right?
talking about that game at all.
Yeah.
But it's still decent. And if you just like the Arkham Horror license and want a lighter game, yeah, you can get that. Arkham Horror Final Hour.
Billy's saying, could you play this solo but use more than one character? Yes,
absolutely.
Of course, there's no hand management.
Absolutely.
You could just lay everything out in front of you. Yeah, 100%.
Just keep your characters separate. Keep your item piles separate. You know, maybe put them on the other side of the board, or you know, have your items in little dishes or something, or containers, or you know, item trays or whatever, just to keep them separate so you don't mix them up. But yeah, absolutely.
But you can put them on different sides of the board like we have. You can definitely play like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people recommend that before. We're like, yeah, you can play it solo, play a whole bunch of characters, all fine. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Steph says all co-ops can be played solo, which is a truth. But should you play all co-op solo? No. Some of them just get overwhelming for some players. But you can work your way up to eventually play everything solo, you know, cooperative. But just some games, there's so much hand management, and some games, even during the co-op stuff, there's some hidden information which kind of detracts from the fun of the game and the whole idea of the chaos of players working together with not perfect information that gets lost when you play true solo. So yes, technically you can play all games that are cooperative solo, but should you is the true question. And some games I would say no to, but it also depends on your tastes. And sometimes you just want to get the damn game to the table.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have someone else to play with.
And the best way to do it is sometimes you want to do that. You should be doing that. Play a game solo, even running multi-handed, to learn it before you teach somebody the game. So if you know, so you're not dragging a whole bunch of players around the table and you're all learning for the first time. Sometimes you want to do that just to learn before you teach.
Brian S is asking, any chance of Cthulhu Death May Die?
I don't know.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we did talk about it. I don't know. We'll see. We will play that game again, but I just don't think for this October. Because we're kind of looking at how many days we have left and who's coming to play with us and what games we wanted to play.
The month is going so fast.
Yeah, and to be honest, that one I just don't think is making the cut. We played a whole bunch of that earlier this year, so it's fine. Like, I don't know. I feel like I played enough right now. So if you're looking for playthroughs of that and you want to see us playing it, we played a whole bunch.
We played through it, yeah.
There's a whole playlist of it. But yeah, we could
never say never, but
we're bringing it back. We're going to play it again on the channel, 100%. But
just don't know if it can be in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, pulling it out for a Halloween horror time. Like, we're just going to focus on the other Arkham Files games, and we might throw another couple games in there. We'll see. But
and Heather has a question, which also might be good for the chat to help with. Are there good horror games that are not Cthulhu themed other than this?
I see some recommendations in the chat already. Fear of Dracula. I love that game.
Love that game.
But also I love Last Friday, which is similar. If you're looking for just a slightly different horror theme, like one is Dracula, you know, old Transylvania. But Last Friday feels very similar, but it's based on like the Friday 13th license, but doesn't have the license.
Mm-hmm. You can't play those solo, but
yeah, you can't play that solo. But definitely, I love pulling out Fear of Dracula at Halloween time to play with friends. Not always on stream, but we do play it off stream. There's also the digital version of that now, which is pretty cool. And then Last Friday, we also play as like a fun Halloween game because it's like a one versus many hidden movement, you know, camp counselors versus Freddy versus Jason. But you can also get an expansion to play with Freddy, but not really Freddy, just, you know, non-licensed Freddy.
Yep.
And then do Freddy versus Jason and this kind of stuff in it. It's kind of funny. But that one's a fun one. But Betrayal at House on the Hill, a lot of people play around this time of year. That's a popular one. Yeah. Is it a good one? I wouldn't recommend it, but some people like it, and some people have tons of fun with it, so I'm not going to stop you, but I just don't care to own that game. I played it once and just never wanted to play it again. But
Fear of Dracula is out of print and hard to find. Oh, didn't they do a...
With Kids got the 4th edition, which is just a poor quality reprint of 3rd edition.
Yeah, I thought I heard that.
I got it as soon as FFG was printing it. The 3rd edition they came out with that was beautiful. But then because it is who is it? Games Workshop actually holds the license to that game, and they're the ones that license that IP out. I think WizKids licensed it after FFG and Games Workshop broke off ties. And then I don't know, I guess WizKids is not printing it anymore. Maybe they didn't want to keep up the license or whatever. So that's too bad. But it is a really great game, and that's why you're always going to be hard to find, even when someone gets it, publishes again. Yeah, they'll only print so many copies, and yeah, maybe it'll take a while for them to get them in stock.
James is asking, any plans to live stream a playthrough of Fury of Dracula? We have. I don't know
if we did.
We didn't?
I don't know if we played the physical copy. I've played the digital one on stream, and explained the game. Played it on Steam or whatever. But I don't know if I've ever played the physical one on stream. I've played the physical one many times, but I think we filmed it one time, and then we found something with the sound and or video recording of it. Like this was like 5 years ago we played it, and then after when I went to go edit it, something was messed up, and I was like, I can't even use this. I think like something was wrong with the sound the whole time and we didn't realize or whatever. But yeah, we did mean to make a video of it, and then it just got lost. So we played the whole game and everything, and then after the next day I go, all right, let me get it ready for YouTube, and it was like, aw. But yeah, so we have not played it, but we could in the future, and I would love to, because I love that game.
Yeah, it's a very fun game.
I love that game so much. So good. Another FFG game I'm a super fanboy over. I love it. Yeah, any other horror recommendations you guys have in the chat? I see Nemesis. I see Lobotomy, the board game. I don't know if BitJam's joking or if that's real.
No, it is, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. There's what's that other one that was popular in 2019 also?
Abomination.
Abomination, yes. That one came out at the same time as Horrified 2, I think, and people were talking about that one a lot. Yeah, 2019 at Gen Con was like, had some cool horror games release, I feel. Yeah, go to BGG, search for the horror theme or whatever horror category, and you'll see games come up, sort them by rank. You can do that on there and find some highly rated games, and I could do that for you right now, but I'm not going to, because we're going to get out of here. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned. We're back tomorrow playing Mansion of Madness 2nd Edition, which is another great horror-themed game, an app-driven board game, kind of like a dungeon crawling, mansion crawling kind of horror game. Super fun. Join us tomorrow for that. We've got Kyle joining us. We're going to play that 3-player. And then definitely I'm playing Arkham Horror, the card game, on Wednesday, playing that solo, going back to the Night of the Zealot, using the Return to expansion. So we're going to play that solo again, going through that campaign and see how it's changed up, using a different roll and deck. So I'm going to be playing that, I think, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I've scheduled Wednesday already. You can set an alert for that. Next Saturday, we're playing Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, the board game, using the latest expansion, the Secrets of the Order, playing a scenario from that. So come and tune in for that. There'll be other streams popping up, so stay tuned. Elder Sign will probably be playing that this week. So if you're looking for another lighter horror game, it's a dice placement Arkham Horror themed game. We got that. We just played that last week, so you can check the playlist section on the channel and find tons more horror games. All of them is this month that we're playing. So anyways, thank you everyone for the support. Thanks again for helping us hit 13,000 subscribers the other day. You guys are awesome. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button to help other people find things on this channel. Leave your comments down below if you have any questions or comments, or you have a horror themed game that was totally missed in our live chat just now. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to recommend it or look into it or whatever. Maybe get it in the collection for next October, or maybe even this one still.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of time,
but I feel like we
have our list.
I already have all the scenarios and games and stuff I feel like I want to play for this October. And then I have other games I have to work on to start playing for November. So at some point I have to switch my brain to not be thinking that soon. So
Out of horror, yeah.
So we'll see. But anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next live stream. Bye-bye.
Bye.